TNN, we don't play, we're the voice of the state. True Slinger News Network, we sling the truth, no delay.
This is TNN, where the truth gets its wings. Groovy Chick and Tim, where the voice when the choir sings. Streaming facts, not fiction, we're the kings and queens. On YouTube, on X, where the real news begins. I'm Tim, and I'm live with the mic in my grip. Groovy Chicks on my side, we don't slip, we don't trip. Catch us on the tube, where the truth gets stripped. On X, we hit them with tweets, reality unzipped. We talk sports, we talk fights, we got all the insights. True Slinger's the light in the darkest of nights. We don't sugarcoat, we don't sell lies. We're the news you choose when you're wise. Don't need a disguise, we rise, we surprise. TNN, where the truth never dies. This is TNN, where the truth gets its wings. Groovy Chick and Tim, where the voice when the choir sings. Streaming facts, not fiction, we're the kings and queens. On YouTube, on X, where the real news begins. Groovy Chick's got the style, I'm spitting raw data. Live every day, we're the truth's translator. Subscribe, hit the bell, don't be a spectator. Our news feeds the well, where you drink up the matter. From the headlines to the trends, we're setting the pace. TNN's where you bend in the truth's embrace. We're not just news, we're the voice in the void. Cut through the noise where the facts are deployed. Tim and Groovy Chick with the network deployed. In the world of fake news, where the truth you enjoy. This is TNN, where the truth gets its wings. Groovy Chick and Tim with the voice when the choir sings. Streaming facts, not fiction, we're the kings and queens. On YouTube, on X, where the real news begins. So here's the deal, we're real, we're the pulse, we're the beat. TNN, True Slinger, where info and rhythm meet. We're done with the fake, we break through the deceit. Tune in, stay awake, cause we're bringing that heat.
TNN, we don't play, we're the voice of the state. True Slinger News Network, we sling the truth, no delay.
This is TNN, where the truth gets its wings. Groovy Chick and Tim, where the voice when the choir sings. Streaming facts, not fiction, we're the kings and queens. On YouTube, on X, where the real news begins. I'm Tim, and I'm live with the mic in my grip. Groovy Chicks on my side, we don't slip, we don't trip. Catch us on the tube, where the truth gets stripped. On X, we hit them with tweets, reality unzipped. We talk sports, we talk fights, we got all the insights. True Slinger's the light in the darkest of nights. We don't sugarcoat, we don't sell lies. We're the news you choose when you're wise. Don't need a disguise, we rise, we surprise. TNN, where the truth never dies. This is TNN, where the truth gets its wings. Groovy Chick and Tim, where the voice when the choir sings. Streaming facts, not fiction, we're the kings and queens. On YouTube, on X, where the real news begins. Groovy Chick's got the style, I'm spitting raw data. Live every day, we're the truth's translator. Subscribe, hit the bell, don't be a spectator. Our news feeds the well, where you drink up the matter. From the headlines to the trends, we're setting the pace. TNN's where you bend in the truth's embrace. We're not just news, we're the voice in the void. Cut through the noise where the facts are deployed. Tim and Groovy Chick with the network deployed. In the world of fake news, where the truth you enjoy. This is TNN, where the truth gets its wings. Groovy Chick and Tim with the voice when the choir sings. Streaming facts, not fiction, we're the kings and queens. On YouTube, on X, where the real news begins. So here's the deal, we're real, we're the pulse, we're the beat. TNN, True Slinger, where info and rhythm meet. We're done with the fake, we break through the deceit. Tune in, stay awake, cause we're bringing that heat.
No delay.
This is TNN, where the truth gets its wings. Groovy Chick and Tim, where the voice when the choir sings. Streaming facts, not fiction, we're the kings and queens. On YouTube, on X, where the real news begins. I'm Tim, and I'm live with the mic in my grip. Groovy Chicks on my side, we don't slip, we don't trip. Catch us on the tube, where the truth gets stripped. On X, we hit them with tweets, reality unzipped. We talk sports, we talk fights, we got all the insights. True Slinger's the light in the darkest of nights. We don't sugarcoat, we don't sell lies. We're the news you choose when you're wise. Don't need a disguise, we rise, we surprise. TNN, where the truth never dies. This is TNN, where the truth gets its wings. Groovy Chick and Tim, where the voice when the choir sings. Streaming facts, not fiction, we're the kings and queens. On YouTube, on X, where the real news begins. Groovy Chick's got the style, I'm spitting raw data. Live every day, we're the truth's translator. Subscribe, hit the bell, don't be a spectator. Our news feeds the well, where you drink up the matter. From the headlines to the trends, we're setting the pace. TNN's where you bend in the truth's embrace.
Dun, 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 dun.
Warning: the following subject matter may be considered or mature.
Wow, you almost blew that. Oh. Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na.
Yeah, baby. Thought I'd do something a little bit different this morning. Bring Jesus into the picture. Good morning.
Jesus.
That's right, Jesus.
Isn't it a little early for Jesus?
Oh, Lord Jesus, no. It's never too early or too late for Jesus.
No, that's true.
Praise Jesus. So how are you this morning, guys? My name is Tim. I'm still your truth slinger. Last I
Yeah,
checked.
not completely awake.
I hope so, anyway.
And I
I'm
think
still
I
slinging the
slept
truth. Whether you're listening to it or not, that's up to you, right? So that's Hippie Chick over there. That's Jennifer. Jennifer,
Hello.
also known. Good morning. Good morning,
Hello.
Jeremy. It's good to have you in the house.
Hey, Jeremy.
Glad you're
One
feeling
gummy
better.
in.
And huh?
I'm one gummy.
One gummy in. Yeah. Speaking of gummies, dude, we need to get together and have a board meeting of the Patriot Patriots. If you know what I mean. Wink, wink,
Actually,
nudge, nudge.
Jeremy, Richard said he'd come up and so that the three of you can meet.
Yep. So we can continue to mold and shape this thing. So after I get off the show this morning, it was pretty cool, man. Hopefully we got some Pie Tree Patriots watching this morning. If not, you need to all be hauling all of them in here, right? Because if you can, you need to be watching. If you ain't working. If we're working, this is what we do for a living, right? We do, which means that we are fully...
This program was made possible by
boy.
contributions from viewers like you.
How embarrassing.
Thank you.
Embarrassing. It's
Just
not
kidding.
embarrassing. Jeez, my goodness. You feel like
I'm
a
having a
dirtbag. You feel
weird-
like a scum. Oh, please give me your money.
I'm having a weird day.
But anyway, please give us your money. So, anyway, but support us in any way you can. Like I said, bring people in, bring your friends in, let them know we're here. Let them know we get all raunchy and riled up in the morning and have fun. You know what that sound like? That sound like
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. I make all sorts of noises. I just don't even know the
Yes.
shit that's going to come out of this head. Just don't know, man.
God.
Could be a 14-year-old moment at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because that's what I do, man. I'm a mic jockey,
Yeah.
man. I ride the mic, man.
Called undisciplined.
Just a little manic too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like
Bipolar.
people are starting to learn this about me. Like I'm in Pine Tree Patriots in the group last night, DMing, and I'm going ape shit with this artificial intelligence. We both are. Tell me you're not. Tell me you're not. Everything I show
You're
you don't
crazy.
go, wow,
No, you're
that's
fucking
pretty
crazy.
cool.
No, it's stupid.
Okay, seriously, man, I got this fucking thing to analyze. First of all, make me a mission statement. Then I got it to take the mission statement. And good morning, Rob. And Boyle, I had a dream about you that I called you Rod, and you throw shit on my dog shit on my shoes and walked away.
Rod or Ron?
Rob, that I accidentally called him Ron. I must have had a guilty conscience for doing it yesterday, Rob.
You haven't done that in a while.
No. So anyway, I'm and Goonies in it too. And Rob, he's into the AI now, like a
my
madman.
God,
All of
he's
us are,
amazing.
right? So we're all
Yep.
delving deep into this shit and sending stuff to each other, going, "Look at this! Look what it can do!" So first I had it make a mission statement. Then I said, boil that mission statement down and make it pithy in half. Then boil that sucker down in half again. Then I added some shit back to it. Actually, that's what we did with the Pine Tree Patriots.
Man.
And then threw it out for comment, and we added some stuff back in. And then people said, well, I would like it if it would be this way. And I'm like, cool.
Rob.
I'll mash that sucker back up in AI, and we'll have something by the morning.
Oh.
I produced more work in one day because I did this work on TNN as well. And so the True Slinger News Network needs to grow. So I said, make me a comprehensive growth strategy on these platforms, so on and so forth. And it gave me a whole strategy. And then I
Holy
said,
crap. Yeah,
give me a
dude.
tweeting schedule of what kind of tweets I should have.
Yep.
You know, the type, how often, how long, everything, the whole 9 yards. And it did it. Because, of course, it's trained on X.
Right.
So it knows exactly how to manipulate X.
Yep.
Right? Brilliant. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. And so anyway, I'm in the Pine Tree Patriots group, right?
You're being mad.
And I'm going, and I'm just doing shit, and I'm throwing stuff out there. And I got TNN involved in the conversation by throwing something out that I did for TNN. I'm like, look at this training schedule, holy shit. Because I was excited about it. I wanted people to see it. And they're like, dude, wait, slow down, man. Did you fucking take your Adderall yet? Because I do tend to be like that, right?
Yeah.
I'm sort of, you can call it whatever you want to, but I tend to run in several simultaneous threads at the
I
same
call
time.
it many things at many
Okay,
different
I
times.
am very focused on one major thing, and right now that is the state of Maine, right? Obviously focusing on the state of Maine and everything that's going on currently and all the trans shit. We'll talk about that in a minute, and your kids and all that stuff, which really riles me up. That just pisses me off to no end that they're doing that shit in our state. But anyway, so yeah, I tend to just whoop, 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 whoop. You know, I tend to, go off in certain directions like a fart in a windstorm, as they say, right? But I realized I need to calm down a little bit because not everyone can take the sheer force of whatever the hell magnitude of is going on up here.
God, you guys have no idea
Y'all.
how much you're helping me.
You really, for sure, man.
Could you imagine being stuck alone in the woods with this for 6 years?
Oh, man.
Oh my God. So you guys have saved me.
Everybody's in, right? All
It's
our
like
dogs-
therapy for him. What?
All our dogs are. Yeah, okay. She's hiding behind the curtain.
Oh, where's
We got the
Thor?
big fuzzy one under me.
Oh,
back to bed.
Thor's inside.
Go back to bed. I heard.
There's Coco.
I thought
Look.
I heard her crying. You're gonna get to see Tor today. Tor's inside.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's so
Because it was really
sweet.
cold the other night. And then I brought him in, and things were okay. And she's not in heat anymore. And it's like I go out there, 3-4 times a day when I collect wood. That's specifically part of the reason that I don't bring wood in and
Right.
stack it up inside. I mean, like people do shit like I don't do shit like people do shit. Okay, you got to understand this. I got 2 fucking big piles of wood outside with about a foot of snow on top of them. They never got stacked. They're not underneath the roof. They're nothing. Okay, so I just dig in there and I just peel off the ones that got snow and shit and throw them to the side. And then I grab some dry wood and I bring it inside and then I throw it on the fire. So I go out 6-8 times a day, 5-6 times, whatever. And that's when I go, touch them and massage them and say hi to them and
Though, is
stuff.
that you might fall. You're getting old. But you're
You don't think I could have had a possibility of falling while carrying in the wood one load at a time and making stacks inside? You don't think I could have fallen at any one point?
Well, you could
What difference
use
does it make when I'm bringing the shit in?
sled.
A sled. Yeah, I can use a
The
sled.
sled
I
is
used to use
pretty,
a sled.
pretty slick idea.
Pretty effective. Pretty
I
effective.
like the sled.
But it's I don't even know where it is right now.
Oh, it's probably buried. We got snow last
It's
night. We
buried
weren't
underneath the
supposed to
fucking
get it.
snow somewhere, so I got no idea where it
And
is.
it's still snowing. Do we
So-
have the snow cam?
Oh, we do. Of
We have
course
snow-
we do.
Oh,
Yeah, matter of fact, well, if you want a nice smooth transition, I'll just take you to full screen cam view. We'll have a nice fade in. Look at that.
Ooh.
Look at that. We got some snow last night, guys.
Yeah.
Probably a good, I'd say, 5-6 inches up here on
I
top of the
don't
hill.
think that it said that we were going to get that. I think
Yeah, I
we were
wasn't
supposed to get
expecting it.
snow
You didn't.
today.
You didn't inform me of it.
No.
Right?
because
So
they
that is
lie.
beautiful, right? We could put that up, or we could also do it that way. See,
Tangents.
so yeah, pretty cool stuff, man. Gorgeous
Jeremy.
stuff right there. Our outdoor cam. That's right. Weather cam. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. Turn that back off. All right. So what's going on? So yeah, we're doing that, and then tonight is the big vote. 6:30, guys. You want to be back right here, or wherever the
Let's say 6.
MSAT 11 stupid whatever. Why do they name shit like that? The MSAT 11 school district. Fucking, why don't you just call it the South Central or some bullshit like that? God, I mean, MSAT 11 sounds like a fucking.
You're not supposed to say sad. You're not supposed to call it sad, are you? Is it SAD?
Yeah.
Is that how Sean
MSAD
said
11.
MSAD.
No, MSAD they call it, but it's sad. It's fucking totally sad. Why is it sad? Is sad school district? Because they're fucking transing kids without parents' permission. Tangents. The great one would call it weaving.
Weaving.
Oh, it's as far as storytelling is concerned. If you're just working, it's called it's called tweak. Yeah,
ICIW.
spaz.
Oh my God, what was that?
It was a wakey wakey. So
The fuck was that about?
that's what goes on inside my head. Listen, I got to
You
deal with
don't
that.
have to
I got to deal with that shit all day.
share
As soon as
everything.
this thing kicks off and she runs out of gummy, she's like, "Fuck, fuck,
No,
stop!" I'm like, "What? Nobody's doing nothing to
You
you.
don't-
Stop!"
no.
Yes, it's true.
It's not true.
Yes, it's true. And so what happens
You're
is after a
crazy.
while, you can't help but I get like a too, because I get used to it, right? Because the tweaks come out and I just go, they're just there, It's like somebody scares you 100 times, right? And they go, bah! You don't get scared after the 95th time, but then every once in a while, when you get really into work,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll just go, fuck, and I'll go, wah!
Leave me alone.
I'm telling you the damn truth, man.
Nope.
So this is what I got to deal with.
Nope.
Right over
Don't
here.
even know what you're talking about.
It is true.
Nope.
But anyway, the gummies definitely. No, they're actually pre-gummy Tourette's, is what they are. Is the gummies stop the Tourette's? Thank
Yeah.
God. They're the things that keep me sane, which is why I will be happy to provide my mailing address for anyone to send in any
Well, it's also
consumable products that you
Tremors. I
might want to
also have-
send us. Other than I don't want any poppy seeds because I'm not really into the heroin scene.
No, God.
Some fucking dude, man. We were trying to consult in a marijuana operation when we were first here, and this grower guy was just a running around everywhere. No shoes, right? Bare feet all the fucking time.
Huge warehouse. He managed
Huge
all
warehouse, growing this
plants.
weed, and he was just nuts. But anyway, he was growing. What do they call it? Poppies in the bag, so that they could collect it, morphine or whatever the fuck they get off of it. Well,
Opium.
the opiates off of it. And he gave me some seeds, and I'm just going, oh Lord. So I gave him to the owner, and I'm like, your dude's trying to grow. I mean, this guy has a marijuana operation, and your fucking grower is sitting out there growing.
All right.
Yeah. Wow. Not so smart, dude. But anyway, so yeah, don't send us any of them. RSO, yeah, man. Rick Simpson
RSO.
oil. We like to make it especially out of trim.
Yeah.
I used to make it on the stovetop. Now I bought a coffee maker. It's just it's a little smelly and difficult to make and very gooey and all of that type stuff. So the oil, infused oil, as long as
I do the
is the
infused
easiest.
oil,
You
but yeah, it bothers my stomach at times.
Yep.
So it's one of these times I'm taking gummies.
Yep.
But I take 100 milligram gummies 4 times a day, 400 milligrams a day.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
And
man.
then I'm also taking medicine.
Oh, we gave Val one of our gummies on election night. It almost killed him.
Oh no.
He was like hallucinating on the way home. He got lost and shit.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I was like, didn't even consider it because we're over here. She'll like ask me if you want a gummy. I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah. About an hour later, I'm like, yeah, man, feeling pretty good. But it doesn't lay me out. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I really high when you get really high. I haven't been like really high in like
I took
forever.
1,000. I took 1,000.
The RSO.
I took
1,000 milligrams.
I had 500 milligram capsules. I took 2 500 milligram capsules. I took 1,000 milligrams
She
of
was
THC.
tripping.
I was so freaked out.
What
Whoa.
people should
She was.
Whoa.
She
I
was
was hearing things.
tripping
I got paranoid.
in the car.
Yeah. the car.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whoa, really wasted.
Yeah, I've never been. I don't know if I've been. I don't think I've been. Even when we went
You
to
don't want
Colorado
to be
that
that
one
wasted.
time.
That wasted wasn't fun because I was scared. I was like paranoid.
Oh, I don't get scared when I get disoriented. No, I just go, whoa, let's go. All right.
Colorado was a blast.
Yeah, we went to Colorado, man, because we were in Tennessee and weed wasn't legal there.
I had a problem with pain pills. I was taking pain pills and for years and other medicines. And so I was going off of them and I was having seizures going off of them.
Yeah, seizures, man. Real good stuff.
Yeah. And so I used RSO to come off of all the medication I was taking, the gabapentin, the oxycodone, the tramadol, Ambien, Xanax, all that stuff. And so we went to Colorado to try and get some more weed because I was off all the stuff now and I had these seizures.
What a trip that was, my God. We made it back home. We bought too many
We'd never had
products.
edibles before.
No. And we just went nuts. It was like kids in a candy store. We never walked into a weed store before.
We were
wanna
like
see
looking
it.
around like going, wow.
So,
look at
and I mean, the funny
this.
thing is, it's not like we had that much money that we were able to go out there and buy 6 months worth of shit, right? Because we didn't have that much money.
Right.
So, hang on.
Oh my God. Ew.
Sorry. I have an inner ear itch. I don't know if any of you have that. Or like an itch where you can't reach it. And there's like a weird series of rituals that you must do in order to rid yourself of the itch. I have one in between my pinky toe on my right foot, my pinky toe and my other toe. And it's like you can't quite scratch it because it's not quite anywhere. It's like, but the whole area itches. You know how you do that, man? Hit that sucker with a lighter, right? Yep. Cause it a little pain, and it's the same receptors. Itch receptors are the same ones. They're carried by pain receptors, which is why people scratch.
Right.
Because when you scratch, if you scratch yourself, it hurts if you scratch hard enough, right?
Right.
And if you scratch at an itch, you'll tear yourself up, right? But the pain relieves the itch
Right.
because the same cell transmits both signals. And it can't do, it can only do one or the other.
You're
So if you got like an
smart.
itch deep in your finger or something, just hit it with a, just hit it with a lighter. Put some heat on it, or tip of a cigarette. Don't burn yourself. Just like get it close until it starts to get uncomfortable, and then the itch stops, goes away.
Thanks.
Awesome. So there was that little tidbit for you. I'm sure that you were fascinated about that. So let's move on to our what? Come on now. Don't be so.
No, but I wish I had a Xanax.
Oh my goodness, why? Because of me?
No, because I have overwhelming feelings of dread. Okay.
Oh, why? Does this have
Washing
something
over
to do with me?
No, nothing to do with you at all.
All right. Well, here.
Oh,
It's all better now. That's right.
okay. I think I'll take another gummy.
That might be better. So anyway, good morning, IW.
God.
We are getting lots and lots and lots of activity because I wrote a letter to the school board, and I want to read this to you this morning because it's important and it's of relevance that this stuff is going on in schools. Now, what's happening is they're installing a gender-affirming clinic in the school, proposed. They're selling it under the guise of, yeah, it's convenient. You don't have to take your kid to the doctor anymore. Think about that. You can stay at work. Pay no mind to your child. We'll take care of your child. Hey, if they get the sniffles or this, that, and the other thing. Or, if they want to decide they want to become the opposite sex. Yeah, they're doing that, right? Also, birth control. Not good stuff. Evil, wicked stuff. So we encouraged everyone to send these letters, and I went to the website, and it's too late now. They've closed the comment through email. But we did have all their email addresses, but they're not going to read the comments if you send it to them now. But whether they read the ones that we sent them ahead of time, we don't know. But instead of using the canned letter, I consulted my best friend Grok, and I said, I want you to help me write a scathing letter covering this topic about the school district and whatnot. And I was quite amazed at what it came up with. And I sent it to them. And I wanted them to understand something more than they're just concerned citizens. So I said, dear members of the MSAD 11 school board, I write to you today not only as the president of TruthSlinger News Network, let's get that straight right away up front, okay, but as a concerned citizen, deeply troubled by your recent actions. Your decision to consider implementing a gender-affirming clinic in our K-12 school is, frankly, an overreach that borders on the absurd and irresponsible. Firstly, let me be clear. The role of the school is to educate, not to serve as an extension of medical facilities. Schools should not focus on academic excellence, critical thinking, and preparing our youth for a future where they can make informed decisions about their lives, including their health. By introducing such clinics, you're suggesting that children, some of whom are unable to drive or vote, should be making life-altering medical decisions without parental involvement or consent. This is not just misguided, it is dangerous. Your proposal undermines the fundamental rights of parents to guide their children's health decisions, right? A right that should not be usurped by school officials or policies. This move seems to be more about pushing an ideological agenda than about the welfare of the students. The betrayal of the trust placed in you by the community to act in the best interest of all students, not just a select few who align with a specific political or social narrative. Moreover, now this is important because they did this in the dark of night to avoid transparency, to sneak this shit in under the radar screen. And Grok picked up on it. Okay?
Yep.
That's amazing. It said, moreover, that transparency and timing of this agenda are deeply concerning, attempting to sneak this through under the guise of a holiday period when community engagement might be lower, not only disingenuous, but cowardly. You're elected to represent the voice of the people, not to manipulate or bypass their involvement in critical decisions like this. Be assured, the TruthSlinger News Network will be live streaming the vote on December 5th. Yeah, baby, tonight at 6:30. So you can see what's going on, right? Because they're going to have a comment for 20 minutes. And I imagine there's going to be an argument because Sean Fote wants to open it up for longer comment if there's a lot of people there. We will ensure that your actions are not only recorded, but also analyzed and presented to a statewide and national audience. We will spotlight how you, as representatives of our community, have chosen to handle this sensitive issue. The public deserves to see whether you're making decisions based on sound educational principles or if you're pandering to a radical ideology that does not reflect the values of Maine, nor the interests of its families. Your decision will be scrutinized, and the fallout from this vote will be a testament to your leadership or lack thereof. We urge you to reconsider this policy, instead focus on educational standards, student safety, yada, 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 parental engagement, so on and so forth, and stop indoctrinating, right? We stand ready to report on this matter with integrity because we are TNN. So I sent that to the biatches, right? And said, we're watching you, right? And so under my notifications, somebody forwarded something of ours along this thread, and they gave me a whole big list of people. I don't know where it is. There it is. Nancy Mace, Riley Gaines, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Real Donald Trump Jr., Matt Walsh Blog, Hey Tammy Bruce, Lauren Boebert, Lara Logan, Carrie Lake, Ingram Angle, Greta, MZ Hemingway, Robert Kennedy Jr., who's Aiton's nut?
Who?
Who's Aiton's nut? I've seen that before.
Tennis nut. That's Juanita Broderick.
Oh, Elon Musk, Howie Carr Show, which is a good one. The Cooner Report, and Ray Richardson Jr. And I've been thinking about taking some of our news and posting Howie Carr on it regularly because he's all about what's going on up here in New England. And what's going to happen is one day he's going to contact me if we keep getting stuff out there, guys, and forwarding stuff like this to folks like this. Then we're going to get an email or a call or a direct message that says, hey, can you come on the show and talk about this? And if that happens, we can bring more attention to Maine, which is what we want. We want to continue this movement that we have, that's this national movement, and we want to continue to drill down on this state because we got a lot of work here to do, clearly. So here's our feed, right? That means we're live. That means you can tip me right there. That means, and we really would appreciate that because we got to get to the end of December, and then we won't be as urgent in our fundraising, right? Because we'll be able to throw some in as well, because our parents love us. So yeah, that's what's going on there, and the link tree's right here, and you can check out all the stuff there. Or you can follow us and or contribute in other ways, or check out our Substack, which I'm firing up the Substack, guys. And you want to get familiar over there because I'm going to start posting different things over there that maybe you're not going to be able to see over here on X. And eventually I might put up a firewall for a small subscription fee for people who really want to be on the inside scoop of what's going on, right? Maybe we'll give them some inside scoop on what's going on with the Pine Tree Patriots and TNN and what future direction we're going.
You mean like
and,
gossip?
yeah, you know, they can,
No, can't do that.
on some juicy stuff, whatever.
Don't be silly.
So, all right, what do you have bookmarked for us today?
Wait, tell them about Martina.
Oh,
I wrote Martina.
Yeah. So Martina Navratilova, the once upon a time tennis star.
Yep. The lesbian.
The lesbian. Did she? I wasn't sure she was. But anyway, I guess, okay, so she's a gay rights advocate. So I guess, okay, she's a big lesbo.
Big lesbo.
Big lesbo, okay. So she was really disappointed that the Democrats didn't do enough about what, the transing shit or something?
Yeah, she doesn't like the men and the women's sports.
Oh, right. Okay. That makes sense. So, but yet she's not a Republican.
Right.
So Jennifer posts, which sometimes she does a great deal of on the channel.
I wrote, "Come to the right side, Martina."
Yeah, you should have done, "Come to the light, Caroline." You know,
Yeah,
that little troll lady.
Yeah.
But she goes, "No thanks. I don't want to come to the side with criminals," and then blocked me.
Bye now.
Blocked us.
Yep.
Blocked us for suggesting that you might consider a party switch. Oh, thank you, IW, very, very much. I appreciate that. You know, I can only take credit for prompting the AI correctly. So it came up with a correct letter, right? It came up with a very good letter. Because it's all about the quality of the prompting, right? Rob can tell you that, right? He's been hammering on me for like crazy about that. And so it's all about the quality of the prompt. And then, of course, it built on the mission statement and everything that I've been talking to it. It knows what I'm doing over here now. It keeps track of all that, which is kind of creepy, kind of weird, but kind of neat, you know, all at the same time. But yeah, so, you know, obviously from the quality of what we've produced up to now, it produced a high quality, scathing letter, which I really, really did enjoy. And by the way, Martina Navratilova, I throw dog poop on your shoes and I turn my heels and wipe the dust off my feet on you.
But I did not wake up yesterday thinking that we would have an interaction with her.
No.
That was kind of cool.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, wear it as a badge of honor, right? Got under their skin, huh?
I didn't mean to. I wasn't even being mean.
Well, let's see. You planted a seed. It might be, albeit a kamikaze way. I mean, you know, you're burnt, you're done. But then the next person comes along and waters that seed. See?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you don't know, right? Because they blocked you tells you one thing. You got in. You got in and it pissed them off, which means that it caused cognitive dissonance, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because she knows you're right. It's why she didn't want to hear it, because she wants to stay in an echo chamber. So go ahead, sweetheart. Just stay in your own echo chamber. What do we care? Right? So the shooter of the United Healthcare chief executive, Brian Thompson, wrote, okay, all right, so yeah, this is kind of breaking. Something to consider, right? The shooter of the United Healthcare chief executive, Brian Thompson, wrote, "Deny, defend, and depose on the shell casings left at the scene," ABC News reports. The word echo the name of the book about how insurers won't pay out claims, right? So
it's not the exact same words. The last word's different, but it's still the point.
yeah, right.
You know, defend or depose. He's sending a message.
Yep. So it's
How
he
do
was
you-
killed because I think he was killed because he was going to talk about his non-support of transing kids, and I think right now we're at the climax of an epic spiritual battle regarding the trans thing. I mean, the trans thing was just in the Supreme Court yesterday, guys, and they affirmed and held up. Apparently, we don't have it's not official, right?
Right.
But they're going to affirm the ban on transing of youth,
So what
which
does
might
that
have direct
do?
impact of what's going on here in this.
But you know
state of
what they're
Maine.
going to do? They're going to create the clinic anyway, and they're going to do antidepressants and ADD and pregnancies and
Right.
abortions.
They're still with the ultimate goal of separating you from your children because you're a
Right.
Neanderthal, and sometimes you don't know well enough for your children, so the school needs to really just step in, and you don't really need to know about it. Right? We'll just manage your child's mental health. If that happens, and the thing is, there's no opt out on any of this shit. There's no opt. They're not talking out like you
Right.
can opt out. They go, no. We'll just keep our regular doctor.
Right.
Nope, nowhere.
Nope.
Right. So this is a big deal. This is really hot.
Yep.
Right now, here's another couple of guys that are on the radio all the time. We could probably get one of these guys' attention someday.
Clay.
Clay Travis, man. Yep.
So this is important because Matt Gaetz came out a few days ago and said he supports pardons for all the January 6ers who were nonviolent. And a lot of us had a violent reaction to that. Not violent reaction, had a strong reaction to that because we think they all should be pardoned. And so there's a lot of people that came out and said that. So that's what this is about. This
Right.
is what Clay is saying.
Right. And before we
Apparently.
move on, Amber said, so how does the actual primary doctor get notified of these other prescriptions? Good
question.
damn question. Because it is not, none of this. They're voting on doing it without proposing a detailed plan. Now, understand this. They couldn't fucking build a gymnasium in the back of the school without a complete
Plan.
set of plans and how much it's going to cost and what the schedule's going to be and everything. But for this, no. It's good for your kids. We care. Okay? Just don't pay attention to what we're doing over here. I don't know the answer to that. Nobody does. And that's the infuriating thing about it. You know?
12-person orgies at the VA. Some of the sex was at the hospital.
Man, that doesn't sound like it's going to do very well on Pornhub. I don't know.
I mean, a VA orgy,
that sounds.
and no one has been let go.
Look,
I don't even think you're allowed to let them go.
did you see Biden fall asleep in Angola? What were they thinking, Jesse?
I don't know.
That he can't stay awake in D.C. They put him on an airplane. Have you ever heard of anybody going to Africa for 3 days? They flew him all the way to Africa. I know it's Air Force One. It's a nice bed on it and everything else. Did they really think that he was going to perform at a high level? As Kaylee just mentioned, he was in the Amazon and he wandered off into the jungle.
Right.
This is
From the jungle to the Serengeti.
The fact that
he's
this-
sleeping, he's running away, he's dancing.
And I will say he's pardoning.
pardoning.
Along the way.
is.
It's like the 12 days of Christmas. I do think that Biden is just so angry in general. He's probably upset that he wasn't at the orgy. I mean, if he could have stayed, awake for it. But the fact that he decided to pardon Hunter on a Sunday right after Thanksgiving to completely take over the news cycle, it's just like he's a kid who's throwing a petulant fit one day after the other. He's angry at everybody around him. He can't stay awake.
And
Maybe
then he
should've
leaves.
been-
He pardons and then gets on a
That's what I'm
jet
saying.
to another continent.
He could have waited until the Sunday before the inauguration. It would have gotten drowned out a little bit. He could have also, you know what he should have done? If he was getting decent advice, He should have pardoned Donald Trump for everything, and then he could have at least said, "Hey, I'm clearing the deck
You
on
would have
all
done
the
a
political."
double pardon.
That's what I would have done.
Trump, Hunter, at the same time.
If you were going to break your promise, and make no mistake, he lied knowing he was going to pardon Hunter all along.
Yep.
He should have pardoned Trump and said, look, this lawfare era is over. He could have thrown Merrick Garland under the bus a little bit and said the Department of Justice has gotten out of control. And then maybe there's at least some semblance of decency
drop
and
that on
honor
purpose?
that could still
Do
be
you think
attached to him.
Trump cares? I mean, you see him, he's dancing
Yeah.
the YMCA. He's
Yeah.
at Mar-a-Lago. He's with Musk. He's racking up wins with the cabinet. He's ready to hit the ground running. They
Yeah.
already have these executive orders. All he needs to
Yeah.
do is load the ink into the pen. He's got the House. He's got the Senate. They're lining up mega bills. I hear mega bills on taxes, border, and energy. I just get
Yes.
excited.
I do
Not
too.
orgy excited, but I get excited.
Depends on who's in the orgy. But I think is it an Eyes Wide Shut orgy or VA orgy? Those are different
You
things.
would know.
Yeah, I would know. But I do think you have to dive in here and go fast and break things. And I think that's what Elon Musk is encouraging him to do. And I think Trump innately gets it because in business, you can't wait around. You're going to make some good decisions, some bad ones, but inaction is the flaw.
Yep.
Move fast,
Yep.
break things. Remember, perfection's the enemy of good.
It is.
Right now, we got a lot broken in Washington. Good is a lot better than broken. I want Trump to hit the ground running. I want him to pardon all the January 6ers. Heck, we're in New York City. I would pardon Eric
Every
Adams.
Jan Sixer, even the ones that were slugging cops,
Even those
you want
guys,
pardoned?
even those guys, Jesse, because
Yeah.
if you compare the punishment they got for violent crime with what they're doing to other people in Washington, D.C., even those people have been punished excessively under the law. I would do a blanket pardon, every single one of them done. And I'd also pardon Mayor of New York City, Eric Adams.
All right, I think Clay means he wants a pardon.
And I'll take one too, President Trump, if you're
crimes-
watching. No telling what they're coming after me
For
for.
crimes committed and not committed.
That's right. I want the Hunter pardon.
Clay Travis, everybody.
A
He wants the
decade worth.
blanket pardon.
All right, so here's tell everybody. Blanket pardons.
Great things.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what, this moving fast and
12
all this.
per-
All this is exactly what we're trying to do, setting up this Pine Tree Patriots thing. Okay? Stay nimble, move fast, don't let be perfect the enemy of the good. Keep structure and formal structure minimal, right? And strike quickly. And just flood the zone, man, and don't stop. This whole thing is just a push. It's a push operation. We just got to keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, and never let up. And Republicans aren't very good at that. They're just not.
Right.
They come out every 4 years, maybe, and then go "Urgh," and they vote and they think it's all over and it's done. They go home, right? No, man,
No, we're just starting.
we're just getting started, right?
Yep.
So, and the interesting thing is somebody walked out on yesterday. It was really interesting. I'm making this mission statement, and I said that I thought we needed to go predominantly online because we're in a large state. We're spread out all over the place, especially the conservatives, because we're not, if we were liberals, it'd be great. We'd all be in Portland or Bangor, and then part of you would travel to one place or we'd meet in the middle or
Right.
some shit, right?
Right.
But it doesn't work that way with the Republicans. And I said, this has got to be online. Moreover, I sense it. I smell it. I taste it, man. This AI thinks way better in some ways strategically than a human can.
And what are we concerned about? Are we concerned about people knowing our plans or people
Well, we've had a couple of
doxing?
people. One guy walked out because we wanted to Zoom the meetings and not have them in person because of infiltration. I'm like, well, okay, security. That's the way to solve that. And you know what? It's not like we're going to be
Passwords
secret.
and
We're going to be
security.
out there swinging like for the fences every day. They're going to know who the fuck we are. And then somebody said, no, some OTIP or OTC or I don't know what it was, some other communication thing we should be on and not exploit social media. And people had a
OSINT.
OSINT. People had a negative reaction when I said exploit social media in the mission statement. And I mean, exploiting something doesn't mean bad. I don't like it when people always place a negative connotation like manipulate. To manipulate the media is to manipulate the media. It doesn't mean I'm doing it for a nefarious purpose. I could be doing it for a completely honorable purpose, right? But that's fine. We can change it to utilize or efficiently utilize or maximally utilize. Don't care. So we're going to clean that up so that it's less offensive to people. And I'm sitting here going, okay, we're making our mission statement less offensive. And I'm going, yeah, but that's not really what, I mean, is that really what we want to do? Is that less aggressive? Or is that sounding like we're trying to be sneaky? And I'm like, no. Because Richard, we talked about this before, is that Grok can make things sound and take away the triggers and say, avoid trigger words, okay? Because what you're trying to do is get people engaged in a conversation. And so avoiding labels is a very good idea because then they can't hang everything that they've associated along with that label upon you in an argument or a conversation. And so it's a disarming technique. So we're taking that all the way back down to the mission statement level so that when they say, well, what are you guys all about? What's your mission statement? What you do? Well, we want, we're into tradition and traditional and family and certain words that aren't quite as triggering, and, you can have all the Christian values in there without saying Christian or Christ or Jesus, if you take my meaning, right? So it's kind of like being shrewd as a snake, yet innocent as a dove, right? Okay, so, wow. What is this? Trump Deputy AG pick Todd Blanche lunched with CNN's Caitlin Collins.
Yeah, this is very...
kind of something to stop and pause and think about, I think. Right?
Yeah, what's this shit about?
Yep. I don't know, man. Tell me what you think. Right?
And apparently
Comment
it
below.
says that he was a Democrat until last year. So what the fuck is he doing
Yeah.
as a deputy AG?
Well...
Is that Pam Bondi's deputy? I mean... Is he leaking?
Yep.
Now, they are in
And she
public.
seems awfully interested in listening to what he has to say, don't you think? Yeah.
Scott Pressler.
Yep. Yeah, you do need a dictionary in order to find the appropriate words, man. Well, not anymore, though. That's the cool part about AI, man. It's got Thesaurus on board.
Grok is amazing.
Grok's amazing. Okay. All right, so... yeah.
Okay.
We like the
Do y'all
Hodge
remember
twins.
David Duke?
Yeah, remember David Duke?
Remember David Duke?
Yep.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
David Duke, the
apparently-
White Supreme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Him? Yeah.
Apparently, this is a little...
He had dinner at
Clip of
Mar-a-Lago,
an interview.
right?
He
And
did?
Donald Trump got... No, David Duke? No. I'm thinking the other guy, the young guy.
Nick Fuentes.
Nick Fuentes, right.
Yeah,
I got him
yeah.
mixed up. Never mind.
I know.
Strike that.
God, don't start.
Yeah, we got David Duke in the house.
So you've been banned on all these platforms, so everybody else gets to tell us like who you are. So the whole point of having you come on the show, I want to know who you were from you, directly from your mouth.
Well, thank you for that.
You established the clan in '74?
Yeah, I got involved in a clan that already existed. It was
Okay.
the Knights of the KKK. And it was done by a very fine person.
So you've never been a part of any lynchings or anything?
Oh,
like that?
God. No. In fact,
Like all I know is what I see on like Hollywood representation of the clan.
Did you see that?
about the Klan is what
All
I've been
right,
taught.
you had to see Black KKK Klansman, Spike Lee's movie, huh? Saw
I
that
can't
film.
stand that nigga. I can't stand it.
When I ran for office, and I got elected to office 2 or 3 times, my slogan was equal rights for all, special privilege for none. And I said, unless we stop this immigration, it was going to be bad news for all the American people, blacks, whites, everybody else that's in the country.
It's before your time, David.
Well, maybe it was the great replacement theory. It's not a great replacement theory. It's great replacement fact. It's happened.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Even blacks have been replaced. We used to be number 2 in this country.
Yep.
That's exactly right. Even blacks have been replaced. That's a really good point.
So I had a father in my home, but I didn't really notice at the time. But none of my black friends had fathers, and a lot of them today, they're all in jail.
This is a Christian country. And if you go to any bookstore or you just turn on the movies, you see so many movies that really just rip Christianity and even rip Christ.
Right.
There's one Nazi state, and it's really Israel.
Back in your young days when you was with the Klan, were you like sexually attracted to black women?
No, I never was.
No?
I was always partial to white girls.
We got a gift for you. You probably don't need it.
It's the N-word pass.
inward pass.
You want to put your hood up?
I won't need this pass because I never use it. Now, are you telling me I should start?
Wow.
Oh, that was good. That was good. That was good. So, so I'm going to start making shorts out of the shows that we're doing because we got long content, and we know
Richard's right.
we know that we are
Richard's
supposed
so
to be
smart.
cutting clips out of it, right? And
Richard.
so I think what I'm going to start doing is, as I do a show, I'm going to keep a pen and a paper because I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy,
Hey.
probably,
Hey,
and
Jeff.
write down timestamps into the show. Like when there's a good rant or something that I know, I just write down the general timestamp so I know where to find it. And Substack does a free clip generator,
That's crazy.
which Chuck Ellis found out, which was really
You're gonna
neat.
teach me.
Yeah, so we're going to teach her how to use it. We're going to start generating
Yep.
shorts because we need to drive more traffic, right?
Yep.
And of course, if anybody out there as well, we are a
Hi, Matt.
crowd-funded news agency. We are also a crowd-funded project. The True Slinger Project is made possible, again, by people like you.
Where's
That
Rob?
means if you have talent or you have time to create shorts for me every single day on a regular schedule out of our regular shows, then please contact me. Direct message me. Because
I wonder
we-
what it would come up with from the morning show because there's so much variety. Curious to see.
I don't know. I mean, the Substack, I don't know how good the artificial intelligence is about
Right.
finding a good short.
Right.
That-
I know
that
that
is-
we weren't talking about doing that with the morning show.
Right.
But I want to try it.
But there are
anyway.
subscription-based ones out there,
Yeah.
and I think Rob can give me a list of the best ones, I think. But we can find them. If somebody out there just wants to donate their time and maybe get a subscription out there for themselves of something that cuts up shorts, and can help me with that, boy, that would just be great. And I know, I got Rob. You got other things to do, man. I know you can make them. I know you do them every once in a while,
I'm
and
gonna see
then
if I can
Richard
do
does
it.
too.
See if I can do it. If I can learn how to do it.
Yeah, all I got to do is dump something up into Substack, and it gives you the option right after we're done publishing it.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna do that. Yep. So we saw that one already. Okay, so look at this. More dronage. Viewing planes with green and red navigation lights as drones or aliens invasions in New Jersey. It's still going on in New Jersey. So this is 12 hours ago, right, guys?
It's really
Yep.
and it's huge. It's so big.
The fuck is
It looks
that?
so much closer in person.
Is that a drone?
Yeah, my camera doesn't do. It looks like a spaceship, right?
I mean,
Like that doesn't look like a drone, right?
how big is that?
That looks like a spaceship. It's like a small plane. It really
It's
is
a
like
plane.
a small plane.
You can hear it.
Why does it look like that if it's a plane?
Oh my god.
Well, because they're looking at it from the bottom.
Oh.
Okay, I mean they're not commercial planes,
Spaceship.
but
it's just a
that
plane.
you can hear it. That's
Yeah.
a plane,
Yeah.
some sort of plane, whether it's manned or not. I don't think it is. But what the shit is going on in New Jersey, guys? What the hell? Uh-oh,
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
nothing. I didn't do anything. Everything is fine.
Broke it. Hi, kitty.
So, all right. Tyler O'Neill
kitty.
brings us a fact check. Advocates of gender affirming care made at least 6 false and dubious claims in the Supreme Court oral arguments, U.S. versus Sky Medi today. Of course they did. Of course they did. And
Yeah.
you know who argued it?
Oh.
A woman with a mustache
Oh my god.
in a man's suit. Most ridiculous that
Ow.
we listened to it yesterday.
The voice was unreal. It was so
Right.
distracting and strange and bizarre.
Oh, so okay, it's off to the right.
Bizarre.
I hate when it does this. Hang on.
Yeah. So
Hold on.
you
All right, here we go.
you notice all the animals. We've got 9 pets. They're all quiet.
Yeah, they're all chilled out.
sleeping.
hmm
Even Frankie right here, he's sweetie.
Well, they've all grown to learn
He's
that
a
from 8 to
dude.
10 a.m. around here, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, we don't give them.
And they all settle down. But come about 10 o'clock, when I shut the mic off and we stop the stream,
10:30.
they're all over us.
start
they're
getting
they're
a
riled
little
up. They're running
rowdy.
around. It's really kind of cool.
Cool.
So, Yep. Anyway, okay, so they said that transgender medical interventions are so grotesque. Oh, it says I'm sorry. Transgender medical interventions are so grotesque. Advocates use euphemistic terms like gender-affirming care, tied their true nature. The arguments today illustrated once again the gender ideology considers natural puberty to be unhealthy for some minors and prefers the artificial facsimile of puberty created by big pharma products. Yep. They're disgusting.
Oh.
All right. So did we pop
Israel.
up to the top? What happened here? Yeah, we popped up to the top.
There might be signs of an early stage of a coup in Israel.
Oh?
Yeah, Mossad has a X account with 600 followers, and it says Israel, signs of early stages of a coup against the current government. 2 minutes ago.
That is news. And you heard it here.
Color revolution incoming.
Is that on Fox News yet? I doubt it.
No, hell no.
I doubt it.
Hell no.
I doubt it.
You're hearing it first here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mossad says early signs of a coup in Israel happening.
All right. So, okay. There's a lot of palace intrigue going on here in
A
Maine.
lot of people that might run for
Okay.
governor.
There's a lot of stuff going on, right?
I don't know many of them.
So, all right. The Enquirer posts Laura Libby recently made a post sharing this pic, not shaded. Okay. So apparently someone else shaded
Laura
it.
Libby is the one on the bottom that's highlighted, that
Right.
woman. I think that's Laura Libby. Shenna Bellows and Jared Golden are up there.
I think there's a strong possibility Democrats will try and run Shenna Bellows.
For governor.
Jeez. This googly-eyed woman right here. This cat lady.
Yeah, Jared Golden wants to run too, I guess. Look,
All she is a not dried up, like she's not the prune, she's the plum. She's just like she's as good as
plum.
Janet Mills, man.
Ew.
Give it about 10 years and
Ew.
I don't know, a few cases of liquor, a few hundred cases of liquor, and she'll just look just like Janet Mills.
Oh my God.
Okay? You better believe it. So, okay. But you know what? I've got an idea about this governor thing, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. But I got somebody I think I know could beat all of these people. You stay tuned. You just watch. Just pay attention, boys and girls.
Is it?
No, not a
Is
word. Not a word.
Okay.
Not a word. Not a
What
word.
about-
No rhymes with, none of that stuff. La 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 la
What
la
if
la
it's-
la. Don't do it. I'll hurt you. We can't. It's premature. So, okay. Are you
That's
teased?
what he said.
Oh.
Look how pretty that is. That's in New Hampshire.
Is it?
Yes. We live in a beautiful area.
It looks cold and early.
Early. Yeah. Oh, lovely music. I'm
Sorry,
the
IW.
Music doesn't make it warmer.
No, it doesn't. Sorry about that, IW. I know that you didn't want to see
Hey,
more
Cade.
snow. Oh, bulb. Such a classy ending there. All right, so this was Matt Walsh outside the Supreme Court, screaming up and down, yelling up and down about
Transing the kids.
transing children.
So to the trans activists over there claiming that this is all about the rights of children, I say again, yes, you're right, it is. They have a right to be protected from you. Children have a right to be protected from all of those people over there who want to harm them and damage them and destroy them. And they will be. They are going to lose. They are losing right now. We are not going to let them harm our children. This case is just the beginning of the fight. It is not the end. We are not going to rest until every child is protected, until trans ideology is entirely erased from the earth.
Nice.
That's what we're fighting for, and we will not stop until we achieve it.
Trans ideology. Now, they said, when he said that the very first time, they said, he wants to commit genocide on trans people.
Hell's trans people.
No, we just don't want to create more of them. Huh? We just don't want to make new ones. That's all. Go back to the place where it's like, yeah, no, really? You're okay in your own body. You're fine. You're just fine. God loves you just the way you are. Not really, he doesn't, but
No.
you need Jesus.
Yeah.
But that's another subject.
Wow.
Missouri lawmakers have submitted for a new program, the Missouri Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program.
Oh, really?
And yes, it is exactly how it sounds.
Oh, yeah.
This program would train individuals to go after individuals who
this.
might be in our country illegally.
Oh,
Missouri.
And when I say might, I mean might. Because these people would be going after tips that they had received from citizens from an online porthole, an email,
Porthole.
or a phone number that would be set up. And if one of
A
these
porthole?
bounty hunters
Porthole.
had
What the hell's
a
a
good
porthole?
tip
A
and
portal.
they found somebody who indeed was in our country illegally, and that person was arrested and detained, the person who submitted the tip would then be getting a $1,000 reward. This kind
Yeah,
of program
buddy.
is not going to fix the root cause of any problem that we might have in this state. All it's going to do is give the green light for people to openly harass people of color. There is no way for a regular citizen to know if somebody down the street is in this country legally or illegally. All this is going to do is cause problems and waste a lot of taxpayers' money.
all right. Shut up. Go away.
Okay. So I don't understand this. So I bookmarked it. Where are you? What
No.
What the hell
I've
did
done
you
it again.
do?
Right here.
So I bookmarked it because it's something, but I don't understand it. I figured you would, because you claim to know everything.
No. Okay, so what did they find
What?
inside this thing? What's
I don't
sinister?
know.
The-
Does
oh,
it
this
say?
is, you know what this is, right?
Yeah, it's a
USB-C connector.
connector. But they say that there's something bizarre in it.
Yeah, well, it certainly just isn't a series of contacts. There is it. No, there's
No,
circuitry
what is that?
inside.
Yeah.
That's called a chip. There's a
Ah.
chip. There's a processor.
Oh, shit.
That's a microprocessor. Why is there a microprocessor in every goddamn cable?
I do not know.
Huh? Seriously.
So it's a USB-C. What's a USB-C compared to USB?
USB-C is the
B or
one that
A?
I think this is the one that's a USB-C. It's the same at both ends. It's
Okay.
rounded,
Right.
and I think
So do I have
it has a
chip?
little connector on both ends. I don't know. I don't know what that deal is. Who knows what that's for? I don't know. Anybody out there know?
Porthole.
Let us know. Is it a porthole to hell?
It's a portal.
Yeah,
portal.
porthole. I got your porthole. All right.
What does Christmas represent? Here's three potential offerings. One, it's the repurposing of a pagan winter solstice festival. Two, it's a consumerist festival celebrating consumerism as materialism takes over and captures that. Three, it is the coming of Jesus Christ, the divine principle manifest on the earthly realm. Which one of those three options
of
is Keir
Jesus?
Starmer celebrating here?
Could you please join me when I say 5, 4, 3.
I am going to make the coming of God seem like a tedious chore. Jesus Christ came to earth and died that you may live freely and be redeemed from sin. And it sounds like I'm picking droppings out of a cat litter tray. Or even if you believe that it's just a commercial festival. The holidays are coming, holidays are coming. Drink Coke. Keir Starmer banalising every single possible festivity.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Yay!
Oh, he actually
I'm going
said
to
the
make
fucking
love.
yay. He actually said the yay. Oh, Jesus
He
Lord.
said the yay out loud. Was that on the card, the teleprompter?
Yay.
thing?
God, that's as bad as Joe Biden, for fuck's sake.
To you now, dear. Now
fuck's
I can
sake.
feel the blood making my member tumescent. Ah, yes. Here we go. There is some ejaculate in my testes.
Oh.
Now, if I create friction up and down the shaft, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All salute Klaus Schwab.
Yay.
All yield to globalism.
Oh,
my
God.
dear, that was good for me. How was it for you? Merry Christmas. What does Christmas...
Oh my God, that was good.
Wow.
That was
Okay.
good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's true, man. You know, it's like here you are. We're celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior, the coming of Jesus Christ. And it's yay. Yay. So, okay, Senator Pete Hegseth is thoroughly qualified in intellect, wisdom, vision, and warfighter, right? This is speaking against Joni Ernst, but saying that, okay, well, it doesn't say anything. She says she had a frank and thorough conversation with Pete Hegseth. You know, I tell you, apparently the opposition is really caving in. It's not zero. Yesterday we heard zero, but there's somebody out there now saying, who was it, saying they might consider voting against him.
John Thune.
John Thune.
Fucking senator from Texas. The hell is wrong with you people?
Yeah, messed up. Well, the swamp, right?
They voted. Did you know that Susan Collins voted for every single Biden nominee? Everyone.
Well, that tells you all you need to know about Susan Collins, right?
Yeah. Where are you going?
So I got to go get wood, keep our asses warm.
Oh, that's what he said.
And we got a 5-minute video.
Oh.
So it
Oh.
won't take me 5 minutes to go get some wood.
Pussycat. Okay.
I'll be back in a minute.
Of course, because he's taking her away from us. We wasn't ready. She's 7.
Now, this is about what
I
this
agree.
is. You showed me the picture yesterday.
I did.
Yeah. Cute little girl.
Precious. Beautiful.
And so this isn't just, you know, this whole migration thing. They make it all about being racist. Racist. It's not about racism, guys.
No, this little girl got ran down by an illegal
Right.
drunk driver.
She's not, I don't know if you noticed, but they're not white. But they've been hurt. Right? So don't you dare make this about a race issue. Right?
Hello.
It's about a culture issue, people. It's about bad governance.
She didn't deserve for him to be out drinking and driving.
Come on, get off me.
She was just on her way home from my mom's house. And if he wasn't out drinking and driving, she would be with us right now, and we wouldn't be at court. We would be at work, and she would be at school with her friends, and her mom would be at home with her family, with us. So we need justice. The laws need to be changed, and I don't want him to get out. He has 2 kids, and imagine someone taking their lives, him getting out, taking pictures, and try to leave the scene instead of trying to get her help. He didn't care. And so now we want to fight for justice for her.
I want to move on. You mentioned her mom. So you said she was in the back seat when the wreck happened, and mom was driving?
Mom was driving.
What's her mom's name?
Christina.
Tell us how she's doing. I know you had told me that she's just getting out of surgery. Unfortunately, she's not doing particularly well either.
She had surgery yesterday, and she has a long recovery. She has to learn how to walk again. So we just need to support her as well as help her get through this, because it's all what could I have done different.
Has she been in a position where you all been able to talk to her? Has she been alert?
She's alert.
Physically is one thing, but mental is a whole other thing. How is she holding up?
She's not good. She lost her only child. So she's not good. She's never going to be good anymore. Her life has changed. Our lives have changed.
Captions.
Our kids' lives have changed.
We don't have the captions
So,
on. I think
she's
the
not
captions
good.
are on your side.
She's still in the hospital.
See if you can change it on your
you always
side.
kind of see the signs or hear it on TV to the point that it almost just kind of people, I think, ignore it. Well, don't drink and drive and that. But unfortunately, there's a reason why those messages are sent, especially this time of year. And unfortunately, you all have become a face for that. So what is something that you would want the public to know, just kind of moving forward, and maybe some way to carry her legacy on? If one person sees this and realizes, oh, I need to be careful.
The laws need to change because it's always the person that's drinking and driving that gets to walk away, and then the families are left with, this. So definitely the laws need to change, and they need to change immediately. And I'm going to make sure that with every breath in my body, I'm going to fight to get those laws changed.
Good. I'm glad you got the caption thing taken care of over there on that end. Yeah, it's annoying. You can't see things. So glad you got that fixed. Yeah, I don't think we have anything to do with the captioning over here. We can monitor the chat a little bit. So good news. I told you my method of wood storage. I dug a hole in the snow yesterday, and I've been and so I got a wood cave.
Oh dear!
And I keep going down in there and smacking the wood, and I'm pulling out because everything's frozen. So it's kind of like an igloo.
Oh, neat!
It didn't get snowed on, so I was able to grab some dry wood still.
Wow, look there!
Now, if I get too far in there, if that thing collapses on me,
oh, don't! Jesus,
I'm not real deep yet. So okay, we got a bombshell, right?
We do.
Apparently.
Yes.
This is a bombshell. It's a 19-hour-old bombshell, so it's not that breaking, but whatever.
Oh my God.
Steve, how you doing, brother?
Great to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Bro, this stuff that I'm watching with Kash Patel. Did Iran actually hack Kash Patel?
Yeah, now this is interesting. The intel agencies, right, have informed Kash Patel that they've been spying on him. The Iranians.
The Iranians.
Right? The evil Iranians.
Evil FBI Iranians.
Right. And so what happens is, did you know that if some foreign entity tries to hack you, then the federal government can consider you possibly compromised?
Well, they open up an investigation into you.
You.
Regardless whether
why would they be trying to hack you?
Right. So then that lets them look at all of your records and everything. It's a legit. So if they
kind of sounds a little like
they were the hackers. The FBI were the hackers.
Yeah, sure. It's always the Iranians or it's the Russians. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Come on, man, as they say, right? So this is what we're listening to.
Or was Iran actually some of the people who used to work with James Comey and Andrew McCabe?
Let me drop some knowledge on you. Please. So the FBI has their rule book. It's called the DIOG, Domestic Investigations Operations Guide. And there's a portion in there, it's called Appendix G. And it basically stipulates that the FBI can open up a full counterintelligence investigation on anyone who they believe could be the target, like the victim of a recruitment scheme from a foreign actor. So that leak indicates that there's actually a full counterintelligence investigation open on Kash Patel at this time. They're doing it for his benefit, of course.
Of course.
But they're going to get full access through national security letters to his banking records, all of his electronic communications, again, to protect him against that recruiting.
And the fact that that information found its way to the front page of CNN is just...
Oopsie.
I mean, they just must have great sources, really.
I mean, look, Andy McCabe over at CNN now, I'm sure he's just giving guidance back to his Rolodex of contacts within the FBI.
That's right. These people, they're such sick bastards, aren't they? So expect this playbook to be used against Kash Patel. You are saying that they are now scraping through everything that Kash has ever done, even though he received awards for his work inside the Justice Department, 16 years inside the Justice Department, then working for special operations and being one of the lawyers protecting the highest echelons of military service. They're going to go back through and they're going to try and sabotage Kash because it's a threat to the system.
Yep.
They are also trying to cull through his foundation. Look, I was pinged by NBC to provide my comments about the Fight with Kash Foundation, which it basically serves to assist military veterans and whistleblowers. And they want to,
and he gave personally $5,000 to
somebody. My experience with Kash Patel
that was going through a difficult time, and he was a whistleblower. So he's like personally invested in the stuff. He does this stuff, right?
Was we're talking about a guy who has some investigative skills. 2 years ago, during Thanksgiving, actually, I got a phone call from a number I didn't know, but I was getting lots of weird phone calls at the time because my name had just become out. And I answer it, and it's a gentleman who says, "Hey, this is Kash Patel, and I have the foundation that supports whistleblowers. I would like to give you, because you're unpaid, indefinitely suspended forever by the FBI, $5,000. My foundation is going to give you that donation to get your family through Christmas. I don't want any attention on this. Don't tell anybody. This is just something that I do because I believe in." That's the character of the man who is tapped to become the next FBI director.
Wow.
That's the kind of guy you want, right? That's the kind of people you want who are interested in truth, justice, and the American way. And the left is scared to death of Kash Patel. Scared to death. All right, so oh wow. Hysterectomies on children. Okay, now what exactly what does this do? What is this for? Why are we sterilizing children now, right?
Hysterectomies.
Yep.
Thank you for calling National Hospital. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance.
I was calling for information about gender-affirming hysterectomies.
Okay, you said gender-affirming hysterectomy.
I've been in touch with quite a few hospitals, and a lot of them, they said they won't do it for my 16-year-old, and then I was told that this hospital might, and I also saw it on your website. So if you guys do it for a 16-year-old, I would be happy for to come for a consultation or whatever it takes.
Let me get you over to the operator, and I hate to transfer you.
I just want to know if you guys do service that age, before coming all the way for an in-person consult and going through all the paperwork and everything.
Yeah, it depends. Like, each department is different. Some departments cut off at 18. How old is your patient?
16.
Okay, all right, so they're in the clear. I'll email Dr. Call and see what we can do. In the meantime, if
they're in the clear.
I can still transfer you to surgery.
Wow.
Hi, I was calling because I'm looking for information about...
That's Chaya. That's actually the girl who lives with TikTok making the call.
Yep. So I want this to encourage you people. Everybody can do this. And you will get it out there through us. If you can do this, if you can get on the phone and record a phone call, and you got to make sure wherever you're at, obviously, that it's illegal to make a recording, one-party consent, one-party knowledge. But if you can, we need stories like this. We need more people exposing, like, yeah, you have a baby and it's going to be delivered next week. Yeah, we can do that abortion. Right? Yeah, we want to get that stuff out there because people don't believe it exists, right? They go, you talk to these, yesterday, I was talking to Alvin about this. If you go to California and you go down, we've seen it, you go down to California, you go down the boardwalk, and they just grab average California liberals.
Yeah.
And you say they're transing children or something like that, whatever other shocking thing, without parental consent. They say, oh, that's not happening.
Right.
That's not true. Oh, the ones we saw were about the drag queen story hour.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, that's not happening. That's not a real thing. But yet I can go to the Google, back when I used Google, and type in drag queen story hour and click pictures and see how many drag queens there are out there that are not, they're making money.
Right.
They got a website. They're booking. They're coming to schools. They're coming to, these drag queen story hours. We had video of people's testicles flopping out in front of kids. Okay? So we're in a very wicked place, man. And this is going to take all of us. And I feel like this is right now, this whole trans thing, this is where it's at. Right now, the entire force of God's creation is in this battle. I believe that. I totally believe that. All right, so what is this we got going on? We got a hippie chick moment? Yeah. Who doesn't like penguins, guys, right? Animals in general, right? Animals are great.
This is
Animals are great.
an embarrassing moment for this poor, sweet penguin.
他用走的下来，没用溜的下来。他跳水了，他跳水了，跳！你把他看到头跳，那么多人在看他，怎么想的？而且其他的企鹅来。
Yeah, wah, 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 right?
Embarrassing. Totally embarrassing penguin move.
Oh,
That's like that. It's like slow motion. You hear the guy. You have the sound? Okay.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh my god. Oh, wrong one. Oh my god. Sorry. I was on the wrong screen. Sorry. Wakey, boys and girls.
Stop doing that.
I'm sorry. I didn't do that on purpose. It was supposed to be it was supposed to be one of these.
What the hell?
There.
Oh, okay.
That was good, man. Slow motion train wreck, right?
Slow motion, yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I gotta try that on somebody.
No!
Oh, that is so funny.
No.
Yes.
You can only do that to someone you know, and you're gonna not do that to me.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Yes, you would.
Remember when Tom bumped Nova into the stack of paper towels at Walmart?
Shoved her. Coco.
No, baby.
Coco, off.
Off, baby. Go lay down. Go lay down.
All right, we got our favorite gay conservative, Ant.
Cool. We like Ant.
Yep. That's our president on the right. It's our potato.
And shared prosperity. We note the progress made on the development of the Robito Corridor and commend the visionary leadership that has been.
Yeah, that's running our world right now. Isn't that great? We're on autopilot.
This is fucking wonderful. Yeah.
Oh, more Ant.
Oh, this is good.
Guy's funny.
I love him. Oh my god.
All right, so
are we back at the top?
more Chicago,
No.
right?
Oh.
Don't care about the U.S. Constitution at all. Y'all don't care about it at all.
No.
The city of Chicago is the most corrupt city on the planet, and it's run by a Democratic machine. And you guys have been doing this for decades. You guys have been taking our generational wealth.
Yeah, he's really
the
funny.
blacks helping as
And-
well.
Oh my god.
And it's going to stop because Trump is getting in office. And the first thing that's going to happen is the Department of Justice is going to come here. You don't know how to govern. You don't.
So I want every gang member, no matter what you want, to vote, fight, floor, whatever, etc. I want y'all to line them poles up. We flipping red.
I'm telling you, Brandon Johnson, from my heart to yours. Trump 2024. No more blue, no matter who.
Wow.
Donald J. Trump. Trump 2024. He's gonna stop the bleeding. He gonna deal with this sanctuary city, and he gonna help us get you out, and he gonna get you anybody out who roll with you, who think they gonna tear up Chicago. Y'all getting out too.
Self-preservation is the first law of nature. You focus on you, but I'm going red on my way to Freedom Land. God have given every black person everything you need.
Have you heard?
All you have to do is use what God have given you. If you don't use what you got to get what you want, you don't need what you got. Right now, what I have is my vote to go red. To go red.
All right.
We're going red.
Thank you very much for your comments.
Look at him, look at him, look at him. Take the mic away. Look at him. Look at him. Ah, go red, go red, go red. Get away from me.
They're like,
they're losing
beautiful.
control. Isn't it gorgeous to watch?
Oh, I love it.
God,
Thank you very much for your
it's
comments.
Beautiful. Look at that. Thank you so much for your comments. Look
I
at
hope they have a lot of people outside the state helping them.
Thank you very much for your comments.
Oh boy, isn't this great? Did you ever think your whole life Chicago was going to get its dues? That Chicago was going to get theirs? Did you?
God.
Or any of these sons of bitches? They're all running scared, man. They are all running so scared. Man, Chicago has been beat the shit out of by these Democrats.
Yeah,
beat the shit out of it, soaked it dry.
They should do protests in chains, you know?
Oh, man.
Like
man.
visual.
Yep. The world is changing, boys. The revolution is on, man. See this Chicago energy right now going on?
Yeah.
We're going to use that in Maine. You got it? Same thing going on here in Maine. Same thing, people. Same thing. So, okay, listen to this. Police threaten a man posting videos investigating mysterious Idaho booms.
Boom.
Well, what the shit? Why do they threaten the man? Right?
I don't know, but they said
Law enforcement friend came over to my house
and
said it'd be a good idea to pull the video you posted about them booms. Not be talking about it no more. Wonder why. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What the world is this, man? These Orientals.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
They make it look
And
so
since
easy.
we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Man, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought me some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow.
Oh, that's delightfully
When we
satisfying to
finally
watch.
kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight,
You see,
all the way home I'll be
see how they make a
warm.
rim and then they
And
use
the fire is
more
so
fluid.
dying. And my
Frosting
dear,
is just
we're
wetter.
still goodbying. But as long as
Oh
you
my
love me
God.
Talented.
What the
They make it look so
hell?
easy.
You know what, though? It is, once you know the trick is to get the
Yeah.
really thick shit. You notice how they make a very tight rim around the outside, and that's what holds the
From
the
dripping
frosting.
off.
Yeah,
Right.
and so they use a real puddly one, and they put a red in there, or whatever, the base, real puddly one, wetter, and then they
Puddly.
just, yeah, wow, that was gorgeous. I really enjoyed that. All right, so what do we got going on here? Supreme Court.
This is a little bit of the comment from yesterday talking about the gender affirming
Now,
care for minors.
I want you to listen to this, and well, you'll just see tell me where the record scratch belongs.
Cannot eliminate the risk of detransitioners, so it becomes a pure exercise of weighing benefits versus risk. And the question of how many minors have to have their bodies irreparably harmed for unproven benefits is one that is best left.
I'm sorry, counselor. Every medical treatment has a risk. Even taking aspirin. There's
What a bitch.
aspirin. Now, this person is sitting on the fucking Supreme Court.
We're talking about elective surgery for children.
Right.
Permanent.
Breasts cut off, burned in an incinerator, never to be reassembled to the body again.
Hysterectomies.
Awful scars, hysterectomies,
Puberty blockers.
sterilization.
Yep.
Okay, the inability to procreate. Fuck you. Aspirin doesn't do any of that shit to you. There is no risk that accidentally you might take a fucking aspirin and become sterile, you fucking dumb, stupid.
Okay, stop.
It has to do with the children. It makes me really mad.
Yeah.
Aspirin?
Yeah.
How about diversity, equity, and inclusion? Can you say DEI right there? Get that fucking stupid woman off of that bench. She's a moron.
Yep.
A fucking moron.
Okay.
Always going to be a percentage of the population under any medical treatment that's going to suffer a harm. So the question in my mind is not, do policymakers decide whether one person's life is more valuable than the millions of others who get relief from this treatment? The question is, can you stop one sex?
See, you see her logic there? She's saying millions are being helped when the guy is going, we haven't even properly weighed the risks and benefits to find out whether it's actually something to be pursued.
Right.
Treatment. The question is, can you stop one sex from the other?
One cannot eliminate the risk of detransitioners.
My God. Unbelievable. Right?
Totally.
Unbelievable.
Totally.
There's no logic there. I mean, that woman
Yeah.
equated, that is a false equivalent. It's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not even in the same category. It's a complete category error.
Oh, how much have you paid people to pull out customers who are in line with a bag that's 2 centimeters too big, Mr. Schroeder?
Well, we recognize this is a hard job, and so therefore we incentivize them to do that.
How much?
It's $10 per bag.
Wow, $10 per bag. And I think, Mr. Klein, you and Mr. Schroeder, your airlines cumulatively have spent $26 million paying gate agents between 2022 and 2023 to catch passengers whose bags are a little bit too big. $26 million. I mean, if people want to know why it's such a terrible experience to fly, this is news for them today. Your airlines are paying millions of dollars to your employees to harass people who've already paid. They're there in line because they've already paid. It's unbelievable. By the way, let me just ask you this while I have you here. Why is it that you charge different people different fees for carry-on bags? Why is that, Mr. Klein? Why isn't it just a flat fee? Why is it that I might get charged one fee, but my wife might get charged a different fee? Why is that?
So overall, our job is to generate the most revenue we can, so we can be profitable as an airline. If we're not profitable, actually we have costs, and there's costs out there, and we have to make sure that we're above the cost line in order to make sure that we can run a profitable entity.
Yeah, I got it. No, I got it. I got it. And money's the answer. So last year, your carry-on bag fees ranged between $15 and $99. That's extraordinary. One person might pay 15, somebody else might pay 99. How do you determine it? Is it based on personal characteristics?
It's
you charge
never
women more.
It's never based on personal characteristics.
You charge minors more.
We do not, sir.
What? Just people who are suckers? I mean, how do you do it?
Well, there is a cost to carry any kind of bag.
Yeah, but why do you charge some people more?
Yep, man, I love it. I love.
How much have you paid people?
I love Josh Hawley.
Yeah.
He's a great, and he prosecutes the case like there's nobody's business, man.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, our government, man, this is kind of the least of our worries, though. You know, right now, I haven't flown on a fucking plane in forever. When was the last time we flew on a plane? I don't remember even. Shit.
No.
We've flown together, haven't we? Of course we have.
Yeah, we have.
I just don't remember what the hell. I mean, well, we flew to England. I mean, shit, you know, that was a long time ago. I don't know. It happens when you get old, right?
We flew to Florida.
So this is 21 hours ago, but it's still semi-breaking. It's just a little soft. Russia's mobilized 180,000 troops for decisive strikes on the Kiev region, issuing new uniforms and providing hot meals and showers to their forces.
How many troops?
180,000.
Wow.
And new uniforms and food and fresh stuff and showers. That's like trying to get their morale up. So, right. Okay. Here's, all right. Now this guy, his name is John Murphy Salamone, and he is coming on with me on Saturday, is he not?
Yep.
And we're going to have a little off the record chat, which I'll probably end up recording. And then after get his permission to.
Yep. Yeah, he wants to help Maine.
He wants to help
Maine.
Maine.
For Maine.
People were talking about him because he did this little piece on Janet Mills. And so I got my hooks into him, and I like this guy. I like this guy a lot, and I think we can turn him into a star.
Janet Mills, the current governor of Maine. A year before she took office, her brother, Peter Mills, received $22 million through a shell company called Western Mountains and Rivers Corporation. This company also received 670 acres of land on the Dead River, all courtesy of a company called Central Maine Power. When Janet Mills assumed office a year later, she immediately approved CMP to clear cut an 145-mile corridor through Western Maine without the endorsement of any of the localities affected, who were all in major disagreement with the decision. And that $22 million that was supposed to be spent on the towns appears to have been pocketed by this shell company run by Peter Mills, rather than being spent on the people it was actually supposed to. When I reached out to Western Mountains Corp to verify where the funds were spent and the status of the land, my request was ignored, and there exists no information on the firm's website either. This is a clear example of political corruption in the state of Maine and deserves to be investigated further, in my opinion. What do you all think? Janet Mills, the current governor of Maine, a year before she took...
So what do you think of this pretty boy?
I think he's cute.
He's got quite the head on his shoulders.
Yep.
He's young. He's kind of hip.
Yep.
He's manly. Right? He's got that 5 o'clock shadow going on. I love this fucking guy. This guy right here, this guy's awesome. He did that all himself, man. He put that whole damn video together himself. He wrote it. He wrote the script and shit. This guy, so anyway, I contacted him.
He needs to be part of the team.
Oh yeah, I've already drafted the guy. He's going to be part of our team, right? I think this guy is going to be sensational. So we're going to do a couple of shows with him, and we're going to brainstorm, and we're going to figure out what lane we want to put him in and how he wants to do this. And he's going to be a star on this network, baby. I love John already, right? So go follow him, right? Give him some love. Everybody out there, man, all 872 people that have been here watching.
John.
Go over there and follow at John M. Salamone with an E at the end, right? Very, very cool. He's a beast, right? Potential corruption. There he is. Quid pro quo scandal. He's got a nice thumbnail. He's got skills. And he knows that he's working for nothing but warm fuzzies and toasty cockles. Okay? Which is good too. This is what this Truth Slinger project is, man. Everybody pulling the same direction. Is Denise here today? Where's Denise?
I haven't seen Denise.
I haven't seen Denise.
Canada. I haven't seen Buff
not in the house
today either.
Nope. So, breaking report, right, 22 hours ago, LPGA bans biological men from competing on Women's Golf Tour. All right, there we go. We need to definitely give at least a round of golf applause, because it is a golf tour. It would not be appropriate to have anything more than golf applause. So, yeah, athletes who are assigned female at birth are eligible to compete. Wait a minute.
No.
Did I get this wrong?
Wait. Oh, no, I lost it. Not eligible.
Okay, well, not eligible. Okay. Are eligible. Okay, I read the second part.
Females.
I read this part. Okay, yeah, so good. They banned it. Yay. Right? Golf clap again.
Okay.
All right. So this is good, man. This is exciting. And this is what I want you to hear. And I want you to wake up every single day. And when you sit here in the morning, I'm going to remind you every single morning. We're not on the verge of a brand new world, people. We are already there. We have passed the Rubicon. Artificial intelligence is woven into a daily part of your lives. It's shaping you every single day. You need to get involved with it. You need to use it. You need to embrace it, because the amount of stuff that you can do, man, I tell you, you don't need a college degree to write a kick-ass letter anymore. You just go to Grok and it writes it for you. You just tell it what to put in there and it makes it sound real nice.
Yeah.
So, and that's just the beginning, right? Dooney will tell you.
Yeah.
And so I'm just all about this wonder of the future. And Kyangi is one of those people that's new to the Pine Tree group, Pine Tree Patriot group. And she's really full of this wonder, which is what I am also full of on a daily basis. The wonder that I get to sit down in front of this computer and literally the sky is the limit.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing. I mean, we got people that are copying Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump Jr., a whole list of people. And any one of those people could be scrolling through their feed and see one of our posts, forward it, and it's a whole new ballgame once again, right? We launched into a new era for TNN.
Well, listen, I guess someone's got to be the George Soros of the right. I mean, I'd call myself George Soros of the center, I think. We obviously need to have just the basics. As President Trump rightly said, what we need is the restoration of common sense. We want safe cities. We want secure borders, sensible spending, freedom of speech, respect for the Constitution. Anyway, so if that's George Soros of the right, that's me, okay? I'm incredibly excited about the future. The public has given us a mandate that could not be more clear. It's the clearest mandate. Winning the popular vote clearly, the House, the Senate, the Electoral College by a mile, a majority of governorships, a majority of House legislatures, all Republican. The people have spoken. The people want change. And we're going to give it to them. They will get what they asked for. I think this is going to be the most transformative presidency, perhaps since the founding of the country. And President Trump is picking the cabinet to do it. You can see the choices are people who are actually going to make change. It's not going to be business as usual.
Right.
We're going to shake things up. It's going to be a revolution.
Yes.
And we're headed towards, I think, a fantastic future. I'm super excited. I look forward to experiencing that with everyone. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It's an exciting damn future. He's like our cheerleader. This son of a bitch can catch a fucking rocket. Okay? What's not to get excited about? This bad boy right there catches rockets. That's insane. Absolutely insane. So, breaking, President Trump called Pete Hegseth this morning and told him to keep fighting. Good. This was yesterday. And yes, good. Because you know what? We need to be the party of redemption. Okay? Yeah, the guy had a bad patch, did some stupid shit that he wouldn't do today. Could you say that about yourself? 7-10 years ago, did some stupid shit maybe we shouldn't have done? Yeah. Me too. All of us did at one point in our lives.
Yep.
So to hold that person responsible for everything they ever did in life, like, you don't want to play that game. You don't want to play that game. But see, they do, because they go, well, you can't look at me. It's like, look, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. How about that? Then we'll see just exactly how pure all these sons of bitches are that don't want to confirm Pete Hegseth. You know? Oh, he did bad things before. He drank a little too much. He had sex with somebody at a party. You know, he showed up, he woke up with somebody and went, oh shit, what did I do? Right? Come on, man. Seriously, where's Joe? Joe's gotta help us out.
Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man.
Right? We're not, after this pardon of the actual criminal activity, you can all suck it. All right, so this is who I was talking about, right? At F-Ho Money. Faux Money. Sorry, F-Ho Money. It's not F-Ho Money. It's Faux Money. F-H-O-M-O-N-E-Y. At. And that's Kianga. She's delightful, right?
Yeah.
So she says, Mainers, I am in a superficial way a harbinger of the terrible things happening as the ruling elite class spreads their contemporary techno-feudalism like the plague of a fascist fan fiction. But I'm not like them. I will not stay silent about what is wrong simply because I could personally benefit. Dubious anyway. Their values are paved roads to destruction. I have my reasons for being in Maine and picking sides and standing with MAGA, America First, and Pine Tree Patriots. Yay! Mills will not enter the Senate to represent Maine in 2027, and neither will Collins. Bookmark this. All right. Now, you heard that, right? You heard what she said? Right? Now, let me tell you something. I'm going to take you right over here, and I want to watch this together. And I want you to give me your honest opinion. She fits in like a glove, boy. Is this it?
I think so, yeah. Uh-huh. Sure.
No, yeah, that's just a piece. Where's the longer?
I don't know.
It's got to be down here somewhere. I got to find it. Yeah, she went walking along the beach.
Ow. Get out
And
of
my
me.
goodness, she's been prolific. I didn't think it would be this far down, though. December 1st. This wasn't that long ago.
No.
What am I doing then? Where did it go?
I don't know.
It might have collapsed the video. I hate when it does that.
There.
Yep.
There she is.
There she is. Okay, guys. I want to introduce you to Kianga.
Oh, I'm live. I'm live. Hi. Hello, X World. I noticed, this is Kianga. Hi, GM. I noticed this new little button.
Oh
on
my
X.
God, she speaks in like in Twitter language. She goes, GM.
Oh, I didn't.
For good morning. I love her, man. She's awesome.
Like where you would normally post a photo or a GIF, and it had this little icon that said like go live. So I was like, what happens if I press that button? So I pressed the button, and we're gonna find out. I don't know if it's actually streaming. I seem to have a good signal where I am in Down East, Maine. Kianga Ellis live on X from a very, very special place. And I'm just taking a stroll before lunch, and I wanted to come on and say, GM, good morning, hello, especially to the Pine Tree Patriots posse, who are this really inspiring group of conservative Mainers, just like welcoming me into the conversation as a newcomer. And yeah, this moment in time in this nation and in this region and in this world just feels incredible, and an incredible privilege to be alive right now and to have a new perspective on what's possible. And that feels like something real and necessary in a way that I just have never sensed before in all of my 50 plus years. So I posted something on X a little while ago. You know, if any of you have followed me for any amount of time, you know, I'm prone to some rants, some kind of like ejections of some fire that just came down from somewhere and got a little bee in my bonnet, and then I just unleash it on all of you. So, you know, is how I roll.
I love this.
And so I actually pinned this one as a highlight. So, you know, you could go and check it out. But I just basically said a few things about my work, my law practice, and why we've expanded from New York State, where I'm licensed, to Maine, upstate New York State. So rural areas in New York have been my focus for quite some time. And now, you know, it's this combination of coming back to where I'm from, New England, although not originally from Maine, originally from Massachusetts. But of course, you know, this whole region, and Maine used to be part of Massachusetts. And I know for some of you, it's like turning back to that in ways that are not great. But I am really looking forward to tackling some of the challenges in a place that is home and feels like deeply like home, and this intersection of what's happening politically, what's happening with technology. And it's some of the things that make us the most discouraged right now really can turn on their head very, very quickly. And I want to encourage, in particular, the Pine Tree I'm going to learn how to say it. I say it a lot in my head, but I obviously have like not been speaking it out loud. Pine Tree Patriots. You know, I've worked in the blockchain space in what's called decentralized finance, and there's a lot that's been going on out of public view. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it's transparent. It's blockchain. It's like all about transparency. It's all about accountability. But we've not seen it on the main stage yet. And
I'll tell you something. I got really excited when she said this. Because, I mean, up to now, I was like really excited, and she's talking about, you know, the feeling and the sense of the age that we're in. And she gets this technological place we're at. But this blockchain thing she's talking about, listen to me. This crowdsourced news that's happening, that we are and other people are riding on this wave, this alternative media. This is blockchain for information. Do you understand? It's decentralized information that's carried along by all sorts of different servers, right? All sorts of different people. So I think there's a huge analogy there that I think that this is blockchain news, guys. This is where we're at.
That time is upon us, and that's a bigger topic for another time.
Yes, it is.
But I will just say that the way things always have been are not the way that they're going to continue to be.
You're damn straight.
And that so much is going to change relatively quickly, but it's this kind of change where it's like, you know, the roots that have been going deep into the ground, and you don't see anything above the soil until all of a sudden one day it's like, boop.
Yep,
but really, that has taken, you know, so much effort. Like, it's taken tilling the soil, it's taken the planting, it's taken the watering, it's taken, you know, the seed, you know, all of this. And then one day, you know, you start to get this harvest. It looks like a miracle. It looks like an overnight miracle. And I really believe that is what's going on. We're starting to see some little sprouts, so we've got to continue to nourish and nurture this flowering, this you know, the animal spirits or whatever that's going on. But that when it comes to, you know, what I've been going on about, many of you, the offshore wind, you know, infrastructure around the coast. I mean, infrastructure generally, but particularly in Maine, you know, our working waterfront, and, you know, what's happening? You know, there's so many layers to this, which is why in my own work, you know, it just was never, it's just ceased being enough to be interested in, say, digital assets as financial products or as like investment tools. And then it's like as an attorney and being involved in governance and decentralized communities, like just sitting on Discord. And, you know, as much and as important as all of that experience has been and all of that work continues to be, it was also like, well, I mean, the rubber has to meet the road.
Yep.
And I'm standing on the road where, we want the rubber to meet. We want to be solving real problems for real people. And, it's a way that we're going to transform, I think literally everything, the political hopes that people have, the hopes that they have for their lives, for their communities, for fairness, for safety, for health, for prosperity, and not only selfishly. I mean, of course, as much as we all take care of ourselves, we're in a better position to take care of others. And then, that's another political, philosophical conversation we can get into. But that, the zero-sum thinking, the kind of like, you have to suffer in order for me to do well.
Right.
Those values and the scarcity mindset that has been a hallmark of the 20th century, it's over.
Yeah, we got to stop that
it's
shit.
It's over. And so I'm excited. I'm not going to continue. I'm not going to talk much longer. But I am thrilled to be here, like here, and also here in this moment in time, and to join in with the wonderful people of this state in, sort of fulfilling our potential and taking advantage of all of the technology that's available to us, new technology, this whole machine, this device we have, which makes it possible for us to connect, which makes it possible for us to learn and study together, and we can shine a light. And I have to say, before I go, I've been very active in different internet subcultures, online, been very obsessed with online spaces, really since this whole internet became a thing. And I've never seen anything like this like little Maine politics community on X that I stumbled into a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I have looked for this in New York State for like the entire 15 years I've been on X.
We did this.
And I guess, you can't compare it. That's like kind of the magic of a small state and like a small towns in a way, the problem that rural New York has is New York City is just, it's just a monster, so it's just, anyway, that's another dynamic. But I've seen, some of over the last 15 years, that gentrification's a big word, but I've seen how it's played out both in New York City and then throughout the Hudson Valley. And I've been out of New York City even before coming to Maine for over a decade. And so I probably, because of that, had a sensitivity to some of the dynamics that have been at play that I otherwise just wouldn't have if I was like a city person that just, came up somewhere for the weekend. But I've, lived in rural communities for more than a decade and have seen a lot of, what has transpired in that time, with some of the social problems, the economic problems, and all the things that have been exasperated in the last 4 or 5 years. But yeah, so I was just saying how the people, who are like not taking it anymore in Maine on X and social media, and who are just self-starting and encouraging one another. I mean, we can really be, I think, an example for and an encouragement for the nation.
Yes.
And to prove the point that because of these devices we have now, and the great thing about blockchain, and I'm certainly going to be talking about this over the course of the year, is the potential to put some economics behind our social activity. I'm very cautious about, I don't want to be ever perceived as like promoting crypto as an investment. I actually do not recommend people. I'll talk about this more too, but it's very tricky. I'm very concerned about, people who get hurt, sort of the pressures that everyone's under, and thinking that it's an easy way to make a financial difference in your life. I just really caution everyone to make sure that you're really prepared to invest the time to learn. We're going to be seeing a lot in the next year, I'm sure, encouraging people to get involved in that space. And I'm always going to be cautioning. But at the same time, I do believe in it. I do believe in its potential and its power, and that it's going to be, it can be potentially something that we're going to be able to add to, some fuel we'll be able to add to the fire of our peer-to-peer, real-time ways of communicating, sharing information, the sort of Gideon moment that I talk about, that we don't need to have huge armies of people in order to take on big challenges.
Nice.
So similar to David and Goliath.
Yep.
Kind of notion that we see at work. And that's so classically American, right?
Yes, it is.
So there's a
And
lot
you're
to
so
be excited about. There's a
classically
lot
cute.
to
I just
look
want to
forward
pinch
to.
your damn cheeks.
I think that, we can shock a lot of the establishment, even more in terms of what's going on in Maine, which I'm really, I'm going to be very humble, and I want to learn from all of you, and I want to take appropriate time to get up to speed and be very respectful of those of you who are from here for generations and who, I want to learn. I want to learn, and I want to be an ally. I don't pretend I didn't say that word. I'm going to delete that word from my vocabulary. You all have to forgive me. Some of my, I'm going to try to watch my language. So I hate the way that word ally has been used.
Yeah.
It's been used. You all know what I'm talking about. So I'm not that. I'm a comrade. Oh no, I'm not that either. I'm a patriot. I'm a friend. I'm a friend and I'm a neighbor. We'll just leave it at that. We've got language issues in our society right now.
Yeah, we
It's
do. God, I love her.
People will just take the word that you use and think that they know everything about you, put you in a box.
Yes.
We've got to stop that. But also,
Yeah.
Oh.
Got to lead with love. That's what we'll do, and
Yeah.
we'll do our best. Okay, so that's it. Oh, I've got 12 people.
Oh, you got
That
way more than
means
that
I can
now.
see
You
you.
got 1,270 people now, Kianga.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Until later, everyone, have a good rest of Wednesday and a good rest of the week. And it's coming to be the holidays, so I think everyone try and rest up for a big year next year.
See you, Wise. Thank you, as always, bud. Have a good day.
Ciao.
All right, so what in the world
Lead with love.
did you think of that? Okay.
Oh, God.
That is going to be our new friend. And I got one word for you guys. Okay. Cinderella. Okay. I'll tell you right now. Okay. I was teasing y'all before about an announcement. This lady, how old did she say she was again?
50.
All right. So she's old enough to run for any elected office. Oh, yeah.
Why?
That lady is, whoa, I don't know where she's going to be useful, but I'm telling you, I see someone that can beat every single, I could wipe the field, in my opinion, in a guerrilla campaign. She's amazing. She's great. We got to talk more to her, flesh out some more stuff, but so far, man, I'm really, really fond of her, right? So, yeah, you got to drill down on what the hell that means. But I think that the basic definition, Mike, that I think we could, Michael, that we could all agree on is love in action, such as we don't want people sleeping on the street in the winter in Maine. Love your neighbor, right? That kind of love. So, yeah, we don't want, we be careful not to want to affirm the gender changing of our children because we're loving. Understand? Right? So, yeah, we got to be careful with that word. Left plays with words. That's what they do. So, but we got to be better at it than them, right? Absolutely. That's our task. We are tasked with that. And I believe this woman is going to be a warrior. I mean, she is powerful. She's persuasive. She's thoughtful. She's deep. She's,
That's true, Colton.
Huh? Oh, tough love, not cute love. That's true. But you see, you gotta entice
She's a
voters,
lawyer.
and she can be tough.
She is a
With a
lawyer.
tough edge, you need the sweet and cute. You understand what I'm saying? Because otherwise, women come across as bitches. If they get too aggressive, women get too, right? They come across, it almost never works. It almost never works. So, you know, she's got to be, if she were to run for politics, okay, then yeah, she would need to be firm, more aggressive. But there's something about her that's just this vibe that rolls off of her that will neutralize any of that bitchiness, okay? I just got a feeling, man. I do. So
Can you
anyway.
hit refresh and go to the top now.
Hit refresh and go to the top now.
We're close to.
Okay.
So
All right.
this was, I actually haven't listened to this. So I'm curious myself.
All right. So
She spoke.
okay, well,
It's always interesting when she speaks.
I'm gonna be like not be able to use these sound effects soon.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
No, we'll have new
Kind of like these are expiring. This pad is expiring. Like you'll never have to hear that again, right? Probably.
Why are conservatives bad, Mommy? Because I thought we were supposed to conserve things. I love Venn diagrams.
Yeah, I bet you do. Okay, so now we'll have those gone probably tomorrow.
Nothing can push us down. Nothing can defeat our purpose or in any way damage our spirit. We are stronger than that. And so we cannot let any moment in any way dissuade us or distract us from our strength and the good we can do. Nothing can blind us to the blessings we have and have yet to create.
That's right.
And so that is
Yes.
a reminder to each of you, our friends, our family.
Oh, geez, Lord, sorry about that. So, right here.
Nothing can push us down. Nothing can defeat our purpose or in any way damage our spirit. We are stronger than that.
Yeah, she's, I don't see anything wrong there. It's totally normal. That's like she was every time she ever got behind or sat down for somebody for an interview. She was always like 3, 4, 5 glasses of wine. When they practiced for a dinner. Remember that? When they practiced for a dinner and they had fake people be at the dinner so that they could role play. And they had to have real wine at that dinner to keep her relaxed enough to be able to pull it off. And she never would have been able to pull off a state dinner. It was ridiculous, the whole thing. But obviously the entire country knew it, saw it. We noticed. Okay, wow. Breaking, major donors are threatening to pull funding for Biden's presidential library following his decision to pardon Hunter Biden, according to Axios. Wow. I told you guys, Democrat brand is damaged heavily, probably toast. It might be completely done. We might be literally what you heard Kianga say, what I love too, is she said, listen to me. We are on the verge of major change, sweeping change like you've never seen before.
Oh.
We are. And I don't think people really realize it because of the normalcy bias that people have. They just think generally things will stay the way they kind of have and things change slowly over a period of time. That's not the season we're in, guys, and be prepared for that, right? So the rumor mill about her getting divorced, I don't know. Is there? I wouldn't doubt it.
About who? Kamala?
Yeah.
Oh,
Her and
I haven't heard that.
But Doug M.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. So Elon Musk retweeted Bill Maher. So let's see what that's all about.
Let's talk about the Republicans now. Now, they are calling themselves the disruptors. It sounds like one of those cartoons, like the ex-presidents that they used to have on SNL. The disruptors, you know, this crew of people. So let me ask if we just agree
what's
on
pretty
these two
fucking
basic
funny?
premise.
You know what we're doing? We are laughing at them right now. We're going... Because we are the disruptors, dude. We are. Okay. Hey, Buff, what's going on, man? Good to have you in the house.
Hey.
So you missed. You have to watch back after this program is over. You have to go or go to Kianga's page and watch this thing we all watched.
Ow, I'm being attacked.
So, but anyway,
Ow.
we are the disruptors, man. You don't understand. Okay, what Bill Maher doesn't understand is I have a theme song playing in my fucking head. I literally have a theme song. I have a soundtrack of my life. Donald Trump has a soundtrack to his life. He commands the playlist. Do you understand? We are fucking superheroes. Dumbass. We are. We're like the Avengers, man. All of us. Every one of us, man. Mentally, I picture us that way. I mean, because we are. We are the underground, right? We are the counter-revolutionary force here. This is awesome.
That I look at. One, the country does need disrupting.
Yes.
I mean, the country needs a colonic and a slap in the face so bad. This
a high colonic. Oh, look at her.
This is not who I would choose to administer the colonic. But it's not like the bureaucracy isn't bloated. It's not like the debt isn't
let him do his thing and
$36
shut
trillion.
up.
It's not like there aren't thousands of regulations
Yeah, let him be
that
president.
do stop people from living lives that they could live better and don't do anything. There is woke in the military, whatever they're going after. I'm not saying there isn't and I'm not going to pre-hate anything. Do I have really good, optimistic feelings about it? No, I don't. But I'm just not going to pre-hate. I can't get into that mind. Let's see what the disruptors can do, because quite frankly, the experts have just sort of like let something go for so long that it's just sclerotic now and constipated.
Well, Mencken said democracy is a theory that the people know what they want and deserve to get it good and hard. And
who said that? Mencken. Oh, they said Lincoln.
That was good. Although, just a reminder, your friendly civics reminder 101, we are a democratic republic, right? We are a republic. We are not a democracy, because the democracy is mob rule, and nobody wants mob rule, right? Because you know what happens when you get mob rule? I got to do this before we go, right? When you get mob rule, you just get this. Now, you don't want that, right? No. You want that, you want to be done with all that, right? So we just want to go back to being a republic, right?
Hawk Tour girl's in big trouble.
Oh, why? What?
She put out a coin, a meme coin, whatever that means. You know, like has to do with crypto and digital.
Yeah,
and
like a non-fungible. Rob probably knows what the hell that is.
I don't know, but people
NFTs.
invested $500 million in it, and then it tanked. And everyone lost their money. They're calling for her to be jailed. Yeah.
Well, why? I don't understand
it
enough to know.
That's all I know. That is literally all I know.
Well, who the shit knows? I don't know.
Why would you invest money with someone like this? That's what their claim to fame is.
Yeah, you know this.
Not money.
You know this independent thing too. What you're talking about, Ohio, is we really need to be careful with the Pine Tree Patriots, and we're scrubbing it this morning after I get off this show. I'm going back to the AI. And I'm fusing the comments that I had. I'm going to go through the thread I had and the DMs last night in our admin meeting rooms, board meeting or whatever shit we're doing, a brainstorming meeting. And I'm going to fuse those together, and I'm going to throw those ideas together, and I think we're going to finalize the Pine Tree Patriots mission statement, which is going to be good. And I just what it really, again, just amazes me about Kianga is that she verbalized everything that I've been experiencing in vision over the last 2 years, okay, I've been praying for, wanting, and happening. We're in that time. And to see someone else that understands it so fully and completely, I think,
she's
that
really
we're on the
smart.
precipice of great unknown right now. It's not going to be like it was yesterday. Every day is changing more rapidly. We're at that point, mathematically speaking,
Right.
where the exponential curve takes off faster than anybody can really keep up with. That's where we're at. So let me do this. What's this going on here now? Excuse me. This move was in response to legislation proposed by Representative Nancy Mace, which would bar men from using women's facilities on federal property.
This was in Capitol Hill, where it's supposed to be illegal for them to do this.
That's what I get for being in the
You know what I'm talking about?
What are
This
they?
is the Nancy Mace bathroom thing.
Yes.
Where Speaker Johnson said men are not allowed
Right.
in the women's bathroom.
So why are they getting their freak on, men and women
Because they're
inside of
being
a...
obnoxious.
Oh. I really got to get a toilet flushing sound for every once in a while, right? But it's just like not like Nick DiPaolo. He used to have that sound before the flush, you know, the blowout. I don't think we want that. But this is that bad. Wow. Isn't it great? We're putting this shit back in the fucking closet. We're getting done. We're getting over it. Done with it.
Yeah, it needs to go back in the closet.
Yeah, way back. In the back of the closet. Behind the bowling ball. The fucking bowling ball, right? Way back. Fucking stupid people. That's... I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I know you're all a little bit less
Yeah.
intelligent for having watched that. I'm sorry, so am I. But once I got sucked in, it was like I had too much meme equity. You understand? Too much post equity. I couldn't back out.
Right.
It sucked me into its deep and dark grip. All right, so let's move on along. All right, wow, okay.
I think that's Laura Libby.
Who's this? Laurel Libby? Okay.
She's on our side.
The main wire. Okay, cool. So this is
Flannel.
It's good to be a Mana. Yeah, it's good to be a Mana, right? Or it's getting better anyway, because it kind of sucks at the moment sometimes. But
Yeah.
let's listen in.
Secretary of State. Of course, Secretary of State has garnered a lot of interest, I think for good reason. You will remember that Secretary of State Shana Bellows tried to throw President Trump off the ballot.
Yes,
was
we remember that.
unsuccessful in doing so. And there have been some significant issues with the Maine elections this November, including what went on in Sanford with miscounting of ballots. And it was not anyone's surprise that Secretary of State Shana Bellows did prevail and will continue to be serving as Secretary of State for Maine. Now, it certainly would be interesting to see these positions elected by a statewide popular vote where they have to prove their merit instead of be elected in this, what I consider to be a very partisan way, with it being an automatic win on the part of whichever party is in the majority. I think that makes for a much more partisan system, and I don't think that that's fair to Maine people. And I don't think that it is transparent and gives the best way for us to get someone who is truly qualified for the job, but that is the system that we currently have. And that is what happened today in Augusta.
So far, right, you should be following.
Yeah. Wow.
Jesus Lord,
The hell
forgive
was
me
that about?
for that. That's this up here. Shut
Oh,
up, stop. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. What do you think of her? She's
Laura Libby. I don't know much.
Don't know much.
I think I've heard mostly positive things, but
Yeah.
I haven't
But,
heard much.
you know, I guess again back to what Colton is on about, talking about, and everybody is
Right.
is I think that this whole independent thing independents are growing because I think people have been disillusioned with the Republican Party and with the Democrat Party. And I believe that the MAGA thing has kept more people Republicans that otherwise would have that have become independent. But there's a libertarian streak within the Republican Party. Clearly, we have the MAGA wing. I mean, we are the MAGA wing. We are the America First wing, whatever you want to call it.
I think there's a libertarian streak in Maine too.
Right.
More so than other places.
Right. Which I think I'm going to include in probably the description to the AI, artificial intelligence, in telling it to recraft, in the instructions. I'm going to prompt it to probably put independent and libertarian ideas in there without actually using the words, right? To appeal to the libertarian.
Right.
Because, it's like Republicans are going to vote for the more conservative candidate, generally speaking. Now, that being said, I mean, you've got to. Personally, I think the day and age is here in the state to run as independent and win. I think you could pull it off.
Well,
I think you could pull it off.
What's his name? Who's our Angus King?
Yeah.
He's an independent.
Is he?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Susan Collins might as well be.
Now, who's backing Angus King and where he gets his money, you'll find out real quick how independent he is. He's not independent, okay? He's got a chain around his neck. And I was going to say something other thing, but then I thought that might be too dark and sexual. But they're leading him around on a leash attached to his. They all are. These guys are all. They're all attached to the big special interests, the lobbyists.
Hey, puppy.
Right. So okay,
puppy.
Yeah, and we started talking about the assassination.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was weird. Some of the details surrounding the assassination, right? They're a little bit sketchy because, if it were a professional, don't you think he would have figured out that? Don't you think he would have figured out that the gun was going to be a problem cycling with the low velocity rounds and the silencer that appears might have belonged on a rifle, so it was kind of a hodgepodge, or was it sort of made? They didn't want to hire somebody that is particularly professional looking, so it didn't look like a professional hit. Maybe that's why. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But that's pretty weird, all that stuff going on. And good morning, Chris. So, but yeah, I think we're on the edge of a revolution in this state politics. I think we're on the verge of a revolution with technology, with being able to grow influence in social media. I have this thing, and so far, a couple of people that matter, Richard and Jeremy and I, are in agreement that the internet is the place. We're going to have to do things on the ground out there, get town halls, shit like that. But that the internet is where it's at. It is a key component because it can go viral at any moment. And it is, the most powerful, radical way we can stay nimble, stay light, stay loosely organized, and be very, very, very highly effective. Yeah. And I think that we need to draw people in that are in the middle, that are persuadable. I think we need to focus on those people as far as voting is concerned. It just makes the most sense. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely, I want to keep it tight. I want to keep it, I think I want to keep everything tight. I want to keep the mission statement tight. I want to keep the circle of people that are kind of driving and steering this thing that I think is precious, what we've got going on here. And I'm going to guard it because it's tender. It's still fledgling, and it can be stepped on, right? It's a plant, but it's not a big tree yet. And so I'm kind of protective over that, right? And I'm an easy guy to get along with. I really, really am. But I tell you, we did the mission statement, and somebody walked out of a group yesterday, and I went, well, there you go. That's that clearly. Then the mission statement is already beginning to do its job. It's beginning to guide the organization. someone removed, bowed out because they said, well, no, I think other ways of communication is better. Well, that's fine. I'm sorry you feel that way, and we're still here. We'll be here when you come back. But, so, yeah, I'm feeling really excited because we're in a day and age where we can do crazy things without money, without lots of money. And people will say, politics is money. Not anymore. Not anymore. And people will go, yeah, but. And I'm going to go, no, we just haven't thought of the way to do it yet. You can get elected without money. Donald Trump was outspent 3-1, 2-1, 3-1, 3-1. Didn't do any good, did it?
Yeah.
He won by a landslide with a mandate. So, yeah. Now, man, I refuse to stay in old thinking. And I even put that in the mission statement. Because it's rigid. It's too rigid. It's too clunky. It takes too much time. We move too slow. It's like, man, I'm about starting shit in a night between 2-3 people to have a fucking idea and to go, all right, let me go this, write this, do this, make a picture, do this, do that, and frickin' hit the market tomorrow with ideas, posts, flood the zone. Okay? That's the way we need to be. And I hope that, yeah, man, $300 campaign in a dream. There are people out there. And as a matter of fact, I can go get Grok to do an analysis on successful campaigns that have been waged and how they were won and study it and find out what all those things are. And then how can we apply social media on top of that? You see what I'm trying to get at? And this is the kind of brainstorming that we did for hours last night. Because AI, you can ask it anything. It'll tell you how to use it. The sky is the limit. So I'm starting to do that thing where I'm enunciating my D's a little too much. Like what's his name? Tim Pool. All right, man. I think that the dog is gonna be giving me a rap in a second, and I know Mama is because
yeah, I'm done.
She's kind of biscuit today. I don't know what happened. She petered out early, and so I've been tap dancing over here. Because see, I told you, she knows it's time. So anyway, I'm going to go do that search about insurgency campaigns because, man, I believe we can do things that have never been done before. That were hitherto known as impossible. And I don't subscribe to that, right? Neither do you. Hopefully neither do you out there. A perfect powder wig for myself. Bring it back. All right, guys, we love you. Have a good day. Be blessed. I'll be back probably at 7 tonight. What day is today?
You have no. We have Chuck at 2, and
Chuck at
then
2.
at 6:30 is the school board meeting.
Oh,
we'll
Chuck at 2, and then we'll be
6.
live tonight,
Probably about
6:30,
6.
the school board meeting.
We'll probably go
right?
live around 6.
Yeah. So you're all going to want to tune into that, hear that.
This is a school board meeting to talk about a gender-affirming clinic
In K through 12
in the
schools.
school where they can give your kids all this care
Yeah,
and
which
drugs
is,
with
which is
no
bad.
approval.
We don't want that.
No
Okay,
parental.
yeah. All right, off of me now.
All right. Bye, guys.